Hello, gearheads, and welcome to the Blind Mike Project. And if you're new here, you're now a gearhead. Welcome aboard. Go to blindmike.net for all of Mike's links to shows like Why Are You Laughing? And also click on the Patreon link and register to get shows like Quincy and stand-up comedy breakdowns. On today's show, a series of segments that will make you laugh until you cry. Too many to list. So without further ado, here's your host, the man with a sixth sense for humor, Blind Mike Geary.
Alexa's still with us? Yes, she is. She's in the chat right now.
Phoning it in.
I got the evergreen. It was HACKRIDE's call.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. Well, it's Craig again, guys.
Hi, guys. It's me.
Craig said he's going to have to pick up more shifts here now that he's not being funded by the Southern Poverty Law Center.
I hate how much I enjoyed that.
The only reason I keep up on the news now is to call Craig a racist or a sexual deviant.
What'd you make of last night?
What was last night?
The White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Oh! I had friends over, and I was like, "Is Trump getting dragged out of the TV?" On the TV? I was like, "What's happening?"
That's exactly what happened. The Dems had the midterms locked, so what they decided to do was shoot up the White House Correspondents' Dinner and break everything down again.
I don't know what to make of that because I'm sure it's leaning towards Craig, but
it was funny in one aspect that's like obviously it was a teacher from California, but the fact that he won Teacher of the Month and there's just like a photo of him made me laugh for some reason.
Teacher of the Month is funny.
Yeah,
it's funny award. You've taught the best this month.
This guy's so good, and then people is that Mister whatever the fuck his last name was.
Well, good stuff. Good stuff. Glad it seems like everything's running smoothly in the country right now, so that's good.
Yes.
Yes, Casey Day. I don't know where he is. He's in parts unknown, but he is working on a new logo.
Yep, and he will be back next week.
Is that right?
That is right.
Oh, thank God.
Don't worry, guys.
Dragging this guy around. Casey working on a new logo. I don't know how many. So he sent me like these photos. He just goes, pick 3 of these. And it's a bunch of logos. I don't know if he didn't send them all to me or if he just numbered them weird, but I think he may have made up to like 130.
I bet that's true.
So I picked the 3 and he goes, all right, I'll be sending you 2 more batches. We'll narrow it down to 9. You're working too hard, man.
Comedy Store logo. Come on. It's the easiest logo.
But no, he's good to see he's hard at work. Go to HackRideStudios.com to support him and Electra.
That's right.
Very good show. What's cooking in the Oconee kitchen?
Nothing at the moment. Nothing.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Took that momentum and brought it to a screeching halt.
Yeah. You know what? Here's the thing. It's a lot of work to film these things.
I imagine.
So I'll have to I'm trying to plan to record 4 things in a day and just have too much food in my house. And then slow release.
Manja.
Yeah. Mangiare.
Okay.
I'm actually taking Italian lessons.
Oh God! What are you solo meowing your way through?
I'm on my drives. I'm just I'll just turn on this book and listen to how to
Why are you doing this?
I have no idea. I have no idea, but I can check into a hotel basically. That's about where I'm at in my Italian.
Are you going to Italy?
Potentially in the next 2 years.
What does that even mean? Potentially in the next 2 years.
We're thinking about it.
Okay.
But I like doing nothing at the beach too much. So it's kind of what do we want to do? Do you want to really work on this vacation and see a whole country or sit?
Hey, what is this, Monday night? This is too much banter.
This is too much banter.
It's for those of you that don't know, watch BTH tomorrow night and every Monday night. Me, Cardiff Tukey, we banter.
That's right.
3 buds. We have a lot of fun there. So check that out. If you're a member on Patreon or YouTube, you get the link for that every Monday night. I also just put up an interview with Joke World. Comedy nerds only, I said. You know, it's funny. I don't know how much of you that you got to listen to, Craig. Craig warned me. I did the interview with Joke World the other day. Craig twice warned me via text and in person. He's like, I just need you to know, I don't think I'm going to be able to participate in this one. I said, Craig, I think I've got it.
I'm sorry for being your eyes out there. Here I am thinking, he might ask for something, and I
don't think Jake is going to field any of my questions about the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Damn.
Well, they go 30 minutes.
So I had Jake on, and he mentioned, he runs the Joke World channel, which is basically the biggest comedy news channel on YouTube, and he doesn't really give opinions. That's what I talked to him about. I said it's interesting that he grew so much because he's kind of just a moderate, down the middle sort of a guy.
Mm.
And he goes, yeah, but it's amazing the comments I get. Like, I just say something that happened, and people are like, oh, you simp for these guys or whatever. First comment I get, Jake from Joke World defines beta male. This guy can't win.
Is that in regards to him just constantly being like, I'm really sucking at this?
It was funny. It was good because he doesn't give opinions on that channel really. So I asked one question and he just went. He just yapped, which I appreciated as an interviewer. I thought he was good.
It's actually how big his channel has gotten. It's huge.
It really is. And we even have a clip of his. He's your source for comedy news, so check him out. I enjoyed it. And if you want to attend the Joke World Comedy Festival, use promo code Blind Mike. Let them know the gearheads are out there. It's in mid-August in St. Petersburg. So if you're in that area or you can make it down there, I recommend it. I meant to mention this in the intro. I thought it was funny. Tim Butterly is going to be there, who we're both fans of.
Mm-hmm.
And he was promoting his dates on Real Ass Podcast, and he said, I'm doing the Joke World Comedy Festival in August. I guess I'm headlining it. So get ready for me to go from underrated to overrated.
Oh, man. He is so fucking funny, though.
He is. He's finally filming a half hour. None of his stand-up is out there, really.
I know.
So he's finally filming a half hour through Gas Digital. So that'll be out sometime this year. So I'm glad his stand-up will be out there. But yeah, check out the Joke World interview. I think I'll put it out Wednesday or Thursday of this week, probably, for everyone else. So if you're a member, you get it now. But if you want to wait, then you'll get it later in the week.
Promo code Blind Mike.
Yes. Make sure you do that. Speaking of Joke World, my new best buddy, Joke World, he reported on something that I'm interested in this week because I haven't been able to make heads or tails of that. I think it's a bit.
I think it is too.
I think it's a bit, but I don't know where it's leading. So Dave Smith left Legion of Skanks, and Ari has just taken over. Now, the new intro song says Big J. Ogerson and Louis J. Gomez are the hosts of Legion of Skanks. But they did edit the outro so that it says Ari Shaffir. He's been talking like he's a co-host. He's been on every episode since Dave left. It seems like he's replaced Dave, which is the logical choice.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seemed like they wouldn't have been able to get Ari. He doesn't seem like a guy you can really pin down. He was supposed to move to England. He said he's putting that off to host Legion of Skanks. I don't know. Let's play the clip and see what you guys think, if this is a bit or not.
After filling in on the Legion of Skanks for the first 3 episodes since Dave Smith's departure, Ari Shaffir has officially announced himself as the new co-host of the podcast.
It's funny to hear Jake now knowing, he all he says in the video is that we just heard, and people are like, you fucking simp. You pussy. How do you get mad at that? He's just reporting what happened.
Who's I see rumors, and I said, Lewis, I was like, but I will be back next week. Who's sitting in the chair next week? He goes, I don't know. I'm like, it should be Bobby or me. And because Bobby was starting fake rumors.
Yeah.
If you really
if it was Bob Kelly, people would have burned the stand down. The Gas Digital would be burned to the ground. People would have lost their minds.
I like Bob Kelly so much too.
I like Bob Kelly too, but if you just do yourself a favor one day and go to the Bonfire subreddit.
Oh no, thank you.
Oh my God, do they hate this man? And it's funny too because they'll talk about it on the regs sometimes, and Bobby's like, "Did people think like I made you leave and I replaced you?" I don't know what they think, but they're very angry at Bobby. They hate him. So people really would have lost it if he also took over Legion of Skanks.
Because it's like the Roy Wood Jr. thing.
Right. Yeah, you're in an unwinnable position, but also like I like Bob Kelly. I don't know that I need more of him in my life. I have the right amount, you know?
Yeah.
They talk about who could be the long term. When Azizi's name came up, Callen's name came up, Zach's. Zach won't be around much. So like, who could it be? You know? And then it was like, I saw my name in there too. And then the talk started. It's like, well, what are you doing the week after? I was like, oh shit, dude, hold on. This kind of is a dream. It's also my show.
You're the president.
I'm the president.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know why anyone.
It's my show.
It's that line. This has been a dream. That I'm like,
that's a little weird. And also, there's just no announcement. You would think, especially knowing Lewis, he's a businessman.
mm-hmm.
I think he would have made there would have been pomp and circumstance around this. Holy shit, Ari, because that would be a big deal. Ari's a name like that. It's a big show. It was a big thing when Dave left. That would be an announcement. You know what I mean? Like that would get attention on the show if they announced. But it's just been nothing. It's been this vague, like, oh yeah, by the way, Ari's hosting now. It's very weird.
That's also funny.
It's funny, but it's again they did a bit like this over the summer or the fall when they were like, we're going to TBS or whatever it was. Like we're rebranding because we're going to TV, and they just started saying that. And there was never a payoff for it, really. It just like fizzled out.
Be anybody else?
About who else has mic muting rights? It's my show. Yeah, it's always been my show. I just wasn't always available.
Right.
It's gonna change my whole like next few years, to be honest.
Are you excited about a weekly podcast?
A Rito one? Yes, absolutely. I don't want to be weighing in on news events or other podcasts.
What is that phrase? I didn't know what that meant. He said Rito.
I still don't know what that means.
I'm not sure. Yeah, let me know if you know in the chat. Let me know.
Podcast, a morning zoo. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Like Ari is the perfect choice. You know, that show doesn't really skip a beat. I think it might be better with Ari than it was with Dave. So like that is the right choice. But it's just weird that the way they've gone about it is I don't believe it. It doesn't pass muster. Something's rotten in the state of Denmark here.
Yeah. I think in most aspects, Ari makes that show better. The only thing that Dave was the best at was making fun of Lewis.
He was great at making fun of Lewis, but he was also great at being the middleman between Jay and Lewis. I think with Ari there, Ari could fuel them to murder each other. Whereas I think Dave was better at like kind of playing both sides with them. I think Ari will take Jay's side and cause Lewis to have an aneurysm at some point, which will be fun to watch. But as a guy who loves Lewis, I'd hate to see it.
Yeah, but I would put all my money on this as a bit.
It's got to be some kind of bit. Yeah, I don't know.
It's funny if he actually is on and he's like, it'd be a funny bit if I made it seem like this was a bit, but I'm actually here.
that's a deep meta bit. If they're pulling that off, I'll tell you this. I don't know if they thought this through though.
Bitception.
If they are going to replace Dave eventually, like if Ari's just here for a few months and then eventually it's Callen, Terrell, or Steve Renazizi or someone, you're really fucking whoever that is.
Yeah.
Because people are going to love the Ari era and then be like, oh, fuck this guy. Whereas it would have been like, oh, great, I love Callen. You know?
I think Renazizi would be better fit for that.
Renazizi makes more sense as the Dave on that show, I feel like. But I like Callen a lot.
I like him in small doses, though.
I find him very funny.
I do too.
I thought his story was one of the best stories on the end. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the Legion of Skanks decide to do. But I can't figure it out. They're toying with us in some way, but I'm not sure why.
They cry wolf so much that we're like, I don't believe you.
Yeah. But we shall see. Moving on to other things. What do I want to get into now? Let me think here. Is it too early to talk Joe Matarese?
No, never.
All right, let's do it. Let's talk a little Joe, because this man he's vexing. He's a complicated guy. He's always getting in his own way. The Warthog was here last night. He comes by every few months to check on the wall that he built. And the Warthog said to me, he posed this question, which I think is a good one. He said, is there a more prolific man that no one pays attention to than Joe Matarese?
That is such a fucking hilarious thing.
It's a great thought, because he puts out so much work. Another guy we'll talk about later might rival him, GD Fenderson. But like, to have no one give a fuck other than me at this point, just me paying attention to Joe. but like, there's no one watching what he does, yet he puts out such an abundance of work, which is really interesting.
He acts like he's Burt Kreischer.
So let's first, he's the king of Cherry Hill, as we've talked about. He's not huge in other cities, even in other places in New Jersey, but in Cherry Hill, he reigns supreme. So let's see a little of his stand-up recently. I couldn't believe this. Also, tell me, Craig, put on your listening cap. Tell me if the laughs seem a little sweetened to you here.
I love when this happens.
She said, I saw the clip you did about growing up between Winter Ford and Vito's Pizza. Shout out to Vito's.
Yeah! Vito's.
Is this in Cherry Hill where this is taking place?
I mean, otherwise it makes no sense.
Zero.
I mean, no, he's in San Diego, and he's like, between Winter Ford and Vito's Pizza. And they're like, yeah, we've seen the clips. Yeah.
The podcast doesn't exist, but the clip show do.
It's like Scranton, Pennsylvania. Like, it's become a thing now because of Joe.
And Vito's Pizza. Shout out to Vito's. Did you go through this too?
Hold on. You tell me, Craig. Did that sound a little...
I'll say it sounded good, like real.
However,
However,
he did a good job, but just the eruption is what I'm questioning. The eruption for Winter Ford.
Yeah, and someone says Vito's Pizza, they're like, I feel like at most you'd be like, no, I've eaten there.
If I'm trying to think, if Joe Rogan shouted out Fazio's Pizza in East Long Meadow, I wouldn't have that reaction. Never mind Joe Matarese while you're in the town.
Like, oh wow, he's eating there. That's about where it maxes out, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're not from Cherry Hill, so we don't get it.
That's true. That you know what? You might have nailed the problem. We just don't get it, and we never will. There might have to be a gearhead retreat to Cherry Hill.
All right. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's like a day's drive, you know.
I have a buddy from Jersey. Oh, Coleman's from Jersey. We'll have to ask that. We're going to have to do some recon about Cherry Hill.
I got some new wireless microphones, obviously. Mm-hmm. So I think we need to get Coleman on the streets with you. Asking people.
Show me around Cherry Hill.
Just walk around, ask people about Vito's Pizza until they react like that.
Yeah.
Live in Brookfield, Glenview. Did you go through that?
Yes.
Yes, because everybody we went to high school with lived in Woodcrest.
Everybody we went to high school. Literally, his audience is his high school classmates.
This is his reunion, and he just took over.
Rewind a little. Everyone we went to high school with. Imagine, Shane Gillis saying that to an arena full of people. Who remembers Mr. Williams? It's a psychology teacher. Yeah.
Make sure you thank Cardiff, or everyone's going to spaz.
Oh, thank you. That's a fun bit every week. Thank you, Cardiff.
In Brookfield, Glenview. Did you go through that?
Yes.
Yes, because everybody we went to high school with lived in Woodcrest, specifically in...
The guy, by the way, has a lady next to him holding a microphone in his face.
Oh, do you think you think Joe's expanding his empire? He's doing like official crowd work now?
Well, if the guy that goes yes, some lady next to him is holding the mic for some reason. I can't imagine. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Yeah.
High school with, lived in Woodcrest, specifically in Country Club Drive.
Listen to that. Listen to that reaction.
This is bullshit.
That's the TD Garden. That isn't a. Yeah, those fags on Country Club Drive. I remember them. We used to beat the shit out of them, Joe.
Hey, anyone from North Reading? Obviously, you're all from North Reading. McIntyre Drive, huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Even if you are from there, let's say the entire audience. It sounds like, I don't know, 8,000 or 9,000 people there. Let's say they're all from Cherry Hill. The naming of a street. If you were like, hey, Parker Street, East Long Meadow, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, that's a place.
What? And honestly, like, you don't know every fucking street in your town.
Hey, Maple Shade. I know that.
So at most, like, 10% of the people would be like, I know where that is.
Who would possibly give a fuck? Let me hear that reaction again. This is great.
Yes, because everybody we went to high school with lived in Woodcrest, specifically in Country Club Drive, which was like Beverly Hills 90210 to us back then.
And then Rocky walks down the street and he's like, hey, you guys been to Vito's Pizza?
Hey, retards love Country Club Drive.
Everyone seemed like a trillionaire. We were like, I live in a little piece of shit in Brookfield. And people would go, where do you live? And I'd be like, you don't know it. Where is it? Well, it's between Winterford and Vito's. You could smell Melita coffee right from our door.
It is so inside. It's such inside Cherry Hill talk.
This is actually in Tallahassee, Florida.
Is it really?
No.
Oh, I was like, well, that's even crazier that he's bringing this on the road.
I would have had to delete the rest of the day, and we're going to just dive into this.
Yeah, so Joe is getting hyper local, as you hear by the audience reaction, the king of Cherry Hill. He owns Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And between that and the success, the runaway success of 3 Dagos, 1 booth, or whatever it's called. 3 friends, 1 booth, 3 guys, 1 booth.
So, yeah, some
Three
shit porn joke still.
Well, it's a rocket to the moon, and with that success, it sparked an idea in Joe where he said, "I don't think people are getting enough Matarese." So he's got an idea, and boy, it's a doozy. Let's hear it.
The King Returns. This one.
Yeah.
I'm starting a second podcast. It's called
Why?
Back to Philly. Okay.
Hold on. Whoa. Why? Why, Joe?
No, don't discourage him, please, Mike.
No, do it, because we'll have to cover it.
That's a great idea, and the concept's brilliant.
I gave him credit when he did that 3 guys, 1 booth is every other week. And I said, Joe, that might be smart. A little, don't put pressure on yourself to put it out every week. Less is more sort of a thing. Good idea. Sorry, I think I'm sick or something. I'm very congested. But good idea, Joe. Less is more. I like the approach. And now he's saying, no. Let's beat them over the head with Joe. Let's make sure they have an insufferable amount of Joe.
More.
So Joe has never had a successful podcast. And he
podcast, Joe.
He often I've been looking for
I've been looking for somewhere to go, Joe. You seem like just the rube for me.
I need a show where he's asking for super chats.
I don't think I think he tried it for a minute.
Did he?
And he stopped because Carl started covering him, if I remember. I think he literally did an episode where he's like, I don't know why this WATP guy has to cover me. And then he ran away. He just stopped doing his podcast.
Crap, it's big.
Yeah, so I think he saw Carl and a red bar was flashing in his head. He's like, no. So yeah, Joe has tried that. He's tried a bunch of different things. Never works. And he always gives up after, maximum like 6 months. And that's being generous.
Oh,
like
yeah,
he usually gives up on these things very quickly. So why start a second podcast? The idea must be really good. It must be something he has to do. It's just like it's pulsating through, it's coursing through his veins. He needs to get this out to the public. So let's hear what Road to Philly is.
I feel like this is just him planting the seed for his wife that because he wants to move.
Oh, that's definitely what it is. Yeah. Very well. He's also saying, babe, I'm the king of this place. I own Cherry Hill. I got to get back there. So let's hear his description.
I'm starting a second podcast. It's called The Road Back to Philly. Okay. And I'm going to need you guys to help me out with this because I started a voicemail number. And with this voicemail number, you guys can leave.
I have a feeling, based on some things I've heard, that one of his first voicemails may start, oh, hello.
Hear more tomorrow night.
There may be a call from Canada waiting in his inbox.
Oh, hey.
I play them on the show and I interact with them. And you're going, well, what does that title even mean? Well, it means when my daughter graduates high school, which is about 4.5 years from now, I want to come back. I want to come back to either Philly or South Jersey. And this episode that I'm going to record tomorrow is going to be all about.
So I want to hear what it's going to be about. I have an idea, unfortunately. His daughter's so she's a freshman in high school, I'm guessing.
Fucking bitch ruining my life.
And somehow this 13-year-old girl doesn't find my cousin Vinny funny. The audacity of her.
I can't believe it.
So this bitch is 4 years away from graduating. And Joe's like, I'm going to start planting the seeds now. I'm going to get us back to Philadelphia. What better way to do that than to every week sit in front of a microphone and go, yeah, still thinking about moving. What's week 11 of that podcast?
I think the begging monster was formed in this man.
How so?
He begs for everything, not just money.
Oh, true. Yes.
Have them program everything for you, Joe. Don't put your work into it. Answer voicemails. Surely a man with no fans will get flooded with good quality voicemails.
Babe, can we please move?
It is like we answer listener questions, whatever they are, every once in a while, and that can be fun to do for sure. Mm-hmm. But to set up a podcast where you're like, so every week you guys are gonna give me enough voicemails that I have a podcast. It's selfish, frankly.
Mike, you don't understand. He's not just listening. He's going to interact with them.
It's also like that's tough to do. Like Norton does a call-in show now. But if he doesn't, first of all, if he doesn't get any calls, him and the guest are capable of talking for an hour. Mm-hmm. It's not that big a deal. Also, Norton has a big enough fan base that he can put out the number on Instagram Live and he'll get 10 calls in an hour that are decent, you know?
I feel like he will get voicemails.
Oh, he'll get them.
That's what I'm saying. Will he interact with them?
I don't think they're going to. Here's, if I can suggest this to people, if there's a potato or anyone else listening to me, don't clearly fuck with him. Like give him something to work with, because I don't want Joe to run away again. You know, I'm curious. I want to hear about what's between Winter Ford and Vito's Pizza.
I was just going to say, I want to hear, oh, hey, what makes Cherry Hill so great?
Tomorrow is going to be all about that move back. Where would it be? Would it be in the city?
I don't know, Joe. It's none of my business.
Do you think people give a fuck?
The podcast. Let me hear that again. The podcast that Joe is setting up is going to be about where do I move?
I got to tune in next week.
First of all, let's say I moved recently.
Mm-hmm.
A big part of the reason I wouldn't do a podcast like that is I don't want you people knowing where I live. And you guys are relatively nice to me. Imagine having Joe's audience, which is only people there to troll him. And he's like, all right, here's the podcast. We're going to go on Zillow together. We're going to find some nice, affordable spots. Then we're going to hit a couple open houses.
He's going to take us. Oh, you know what? I got it, Joe. Remember how you tore apart your friend's house? The rich guy, and you.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Go to open houses and film it and critique the fuck out of everything.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah.
Joe at open houses. What could we call that? There's something there.
Joe Zillow review.
Yes, that's not bad.
Now that's a show.
That's a show. Joe, are you listening? See, we've got ideas. Joe always wants help, but he's looking for it in the wrong places. We're here to help you, Joe. Who are your pals?
Just imagine walking like, why would you choose that color? That's fucking dumb.
Sir, are you filming?
Tomorrow is going to be all about that move back. Where would it be? Would it be in the city? Should it be in the suburbs? Should it
Not
be
my business. Have this conversation with your wife.
Did you see him wedge it in there, by the way?
What?
He goes, should it be in the city, the suburbs? Should it be where I grew up in Cherry Hill?
I missed that. he's let me hear that again.
It should just be road back to Cherry Hill.
He's picturing when he slips that in, people are like, he said it. Yeah.
He gets flooded with 5-star reviews after that.
Oh, this is the Cherry Hill guy.
It'd be all about that move back. Where would it be? Would it be in the city? Should it be in the suburbs? Should it be where I grew up in Cherry Hill? My wife has the time.
Hi, Joe. Yeah, I heard your request for voicemails, and I just wanted to say I think you should live between Winter Ford and Vito's Pizza. Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
I also think he's like, should it be where I grew up in Cherry Hill? Like he's gonna call the person who's living where he was and be like, I used to live here. I want it back now.
I'm coming back.
Though on the main line, should it be in
like
the
Manny Pacquiao going back to the Philippines? A king there.
Where should it be? That's going to be tomorrow's subject. So leave a message on the voicemail right now. 914-721-0008.
Take note, everybody.
Yeah, and be nice to Joe. Don't. I mean, fuck with him a little, but don't fuck with him. You know what I mean? Like, have fun. Leave a fun voicemail, but make it something he'll listen to. Don't be nasty to Joe, I guess is my point.
At least right off the bat.
No, don't be nasty to him at all. You can have fun without being nasty. I think this group understands.
I got to see if this came out yet.
I don't believe it has. Road back to Philly.
Whoops. Road back to Philly.
Sounds like a podcast mutt host.
No, nothing yet, sadly.
What? So he's asking for voicemails. Should it be in the suburbs? Should it be in the city? What is he expecting? Hey, Joe, I just crunched the numbers. I've run through your finances, and I'm thinking the suburbs are going to do wonders for you. You're going to have a lot more space. You'll be able to have some land. You get something with an HOA. That'll be nice for you, I think. Who knows your financial situation, what your personal needs are, what your wife's personal needs are? Why are we going to answer this for you, Joe?
And his wife must be a fucking saint.
Yeah, I mean, she lets him follow his dreams. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And we've heard, thanks to Porcelain, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard some of the podcasts they've done together over the years and stuff. And even this is 10 years ago. Crazy that's that long ago. That Red Bar was covering Matarese and everything.
Yeah.
A decade ago. She seemed exhausted with him then. And the career has only gone downhill.
But he's been awfully quiet online since the last 4 or 5 years.
True, and he's built something with the Cherry Hill material. Seems to be growing. Obviously, people are very into it. So
I'm Cherry Hill Maniscalco.
Sebastian can have the rest of the country. Here I am, the Italian.
This is my block.
The message on the voicemail right now, 914-721-0008. Say your name, say where you're from too, because that helps. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, you're from Newark. Well, fuck you then.
You're from Sheboygan.
Why is that going to help?
Call in, tell him you're from Martin's Pond. Tell him the pond scum's coming for the Cherry Hill gays.
Well, I'm excited for that, Joe. Don't see this and panic. It's all going to be okay. It'll be fun. We'll have a little fun, but nothing too bad. Don't worry, Joe.
I think there's something to going on open houses and critiquing it.
Yeah, that's not bad. And it's really important that we all know where you live, Joe. That's a really good idea. So let us be a part of that process.
Your wife will love it.
Yeah, it's very smart. You've obviously learned a lot in the last 10 years.
We got some super chats.
Okay.
DZ, member for 1 month. Craig, cook something nice for Mike. FYI, his favorite food is pepperoni.
I don't know if that...
We all know it's couscous. Come on.
I don't know if that's my favorite food or a meal, really, but...
I miss you, Jimmy. $5. I fought with Cardiff about stepping on your time. He said he doesn't care and he wants to see Craig in prison.
Well, that's very fair of him, I think. I think it makes a lot of sense. So
I don't think so. Germ 42, $2. I like Bob Kelly's stand-up. I hate him on podcasts. I think I'm the opposite, actually.
I don't mind. On the regs, he's good. I think he's a good part of the regs, but yeah, I don't listen to like KWD really.
I don't listen to that one. I like him on everything but his own show. Ray DeVito, the gummy smoker.
Everyone, by the way, says you sound. I've gotten this a lot. Says you sound exactly like Bob Kelly.
I get that too. I don't really hear it.
It's just the Boston accent, I think.
I really don't have one either.
What?
Not really.
Interesting.
Ray DeVito. I mean, it comes out more when you're like drunk or angry.
Yeah, it comes out more when you're drunk or angry. Yeah, I agree.
Ray DeVito, the gummy smoker, $2. All I know is we're gonna see more JD, not Vance.
More JD. What are we talking about?
I don't know. We got this. Don't know. Hack the movies, $5. I live like 30 minutes from Cherry Hill. If you want me to do a vlog on all these locations, yes, please.
Please do. Yes, I'm very curious. And you know what? While you're there, scope out a nice spot for Joe to live. See if there's anything on the market there.
Send him photos and be like, Joe, what about this?
Joe, this is a lovely 2-bedroom.
Your kids are out of the nest, so you don't even need those rooms. Diana Sklans 712 for $5. Matarese and Opie will never have successful podcasts because they don't listen to podcasts / live streams. You can't succeed in a medium you know nothing about.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? That's an interesting. I never thought of it that way because I've always thought with radio, I'm like, why are these radio guys so set in their ways? And there's probably something to that where Opie listened to radio forever. And podcasting is not radio, even though the Opie and Anthony show was the gateway for a lot of, like, laid the groundwork for what a lot of podcasts are, for sure. Definitely. But Opie still has that radio mentality in him. So on his own, he does, FU Friday. And like he tries to do these segments and things that are very rooted in how radio was done. So there's something to that. I've always said that, like, the easiest way to learn how to be a good podcaster is by listening to them. So that is true, but I've never thought about it in that way. That's a good point about Opie in particular, I think.
And lastly, we got Brando. Oh no, sorry, one at the wire. Brando, $2. Should I get a U-Haul? Should I ask friends to help?
Yeah. Where does this end? Where does our participation? That's a great point. How much of the move are we involved in, Joe? Should I ask friends to help?
Diana Sklans 712. $2. Is Mike wearing his robe? It's infuriating.
No. It's a shirt.
It's definitely a button-up shirt.
Yeah.
At ease, Diana.
It's got a collar.
All right. Where to next?
Good question. Well, I guess let's get to the news of the week that Alex Jones is losing his mind. I don't know where to stand on this really.
I do.
I know you do.
No, I don't think you know.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't like Tim Heidecker particularly.
Me either.
Tim
Loved his show. I loved his show.
Yeah, but like the Sam Hyde thing, when we covered that, I didn't know a lot about it before we did the episode, and that really annoyed me how he handled all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll hear in one of these clips, he learned nothing from the experience.
Right.
I do think Alex Jones is behaving exactly how they wanted him to.
Correct.
Like he's giving them everything everything they wanted. And I do kind of like the idea of there's another bit of wisdom the Warthog gave me. I said, I don't know how to feel about this Alex Jones, Tim Heidecker thing. And he said, well, look at it this way. Imagine Portnoy bought the Deadspin IP and put Kirk in charge. And you're like, oh, okay. Like that type of revenge I kind of like and appreciate. If that's what they're doing,
mm-hmm.
Which it seems like it is. It seems like a waste of everyone's time, though, is the problem.
So I find this extremely funny.
So anyone that doesn't know, Alex Jones went bankrupt fighting the Sandy Hook lawsuit.
Which is still so dumb.
Yes.
I think what he said was dumb, but he just said it.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't think he should be responsible for anyone harassing them. Although, you know what? I shouldn't say that because I don't know what he said exactly.
I don't know if he called for that.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. So I'm speaking out of ignorance, I guess.
Yeah, I guess me too. But I thought it was just he didn't fully.
If you just gave an idiotic opinion, then that's all it should be. But yeah, if he said go harass the families, then he's a fucking asshole.
Right.
But he went bankrupt. He had to sell InfoWars, and The Onion bought it for like $1 million or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they're putting Tim Heidecker in charge. A very funny troll, I think.
Yep.
I just don't know what they're going to do with it. And based on Alex's response, I don't think they're going to out-parody what Alex is already doing.
No, he's way better at this.
Right. That's the thing. Is like, how are you going to make fun of this guy when he's already such a caricature? But let's hear Tim Heidecker.
Can you give the 2-minute spiel real quick? Just where we're at, where we've been, where we're going.
Yeah. So the Onion's about to take over InfoWars, and Tim's about to be in charge of that thing in a couple of days. And we've sold a lot of Rainbow InfoWars merch in the meantime. Right now, Alex still has control of it for a couple of days. Alex Jones, who, by the way, Tim, I don't know, does your throat hurt from doing that voice? Because mine does. Mine really, it's real hard to get down here for like.
No, I don't. It actually is quite soothing. It feels good. Wow. But it might get tiring if I do it for 4 hours a day. But right now, I'm feeling good.
It's really like a very guttural situation. Anyways, you can go to theonion.info. You can turn your piss into gold. And also, more importantly, I would say, you can turn your gold into piss.
Right.
For the very same price. You can liquidate your assets.
See, like the idea of what they're doing is funny. I just don't know.
So that's kind of exactly where I'm at. The idea is
very off.
I don't think they can.
It doesn't seem like he does a particularly good Alex Jones.
It wasn't the worst.
It was okay. It was fine. But it's like, am I going to watch that every week? No. Like, I don't know how long this lasts. I think it's funny for a week and then everyone stops watching, right?
I don't know why they wouldn't buy InfoWars and keep Alex Jones if they were interested in money.
Well, they're not. They're interested in fucking. This was purely a thing to fuck with Alex Jones.
Oh, no. On paper, it's a very funny idea.
Right.
But after a week, say.
After a day. Like, we'll talk about it now, but is anyone going to talk about it next week?
Yeah, give him a week. Is it still funny?
I mean, Tim Heidecker is capable of being I don't know if he still has that in him anymore.
Well, this
like,
is going to make him
he's made funny
insufferable.
things, right?
The thing that he makes extremely funny things, and the part of him I really fucking can't stand is when he gets political.
Yeah, I mean, like he embarrassed himself with Sam Hyde, and he still doesn't admit that. Really, I think that might be our next clip where it's like he's still not over that and blames other people. Like there doesn't seem to be a lot of self-reflection with Tim Heidecker, which is hard when you're trying to troll someone to not have self-awareness.
Honestly, if I'm the Onion, the play should have been try to get Steve Colbert to do it, because his job's about to end.
Oh, bring the Colbert Report back as InfoWars.
Yeah, but it
that could have been something. Yeah,
it gets the same effect. Everyone's pissed that Colbert has it, except he's more capable of doing it than Tim Heidecker.
That would be interesting. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. That could have been something.
I don't think he would have taken the money, whatever they were offering.
Yeah.
But next, they're talking about taking over.
Okay, let's hear this.
So 17 months ago, we bid on his assets and we won. A lot of stuff happened. It was 9 days after the election. So judge got a little spooked, moved it out of his court, went to state court. And a couple of days ago, it was announced that we've come to an agreement with the families and the receiver to take over InfoWars and install Tim as the new head of InfoWars. And the most important part of this whole thing is the families will get paid. They're going to get a cut of merch for a very long time until we can actually fully pay them for the whole thing.
This is where I always get confused. What are you paying them? Like what's it? I gotta be careful here. What's it for? What did Alex Jones cost them?
Well, I guess if they got harassed, which I think is what they claimed happened, is that Alex Jones fans started harassing them and threatening them and saying that this tragic thing. So it's the cost is for, I forget the phrase, mental anguish. What is that? What am I thinking of?
Mental anguish.
No, but there's a phrase for it. You're well, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know if I do. I thought it would be just that.
No, there's something. There's a like a legal term for it. Like you're I don't know, something. I'm completely blanking. Someone
Pain and suffering.
Pain and suffering. Yes.
Shout out. Hey, it's Travis.
Thank you. Yes. I guess it's not a legal term, but you know what I mean.
Okay, I think that might have been where I was confused.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it would be. I don't have a problem with that. It's also again a fuck you to Alex Jones. So like if that's what they're doing, good for them. It's a funny bit.
So but he says until they're paid off, and I'm like, well, what's the figure and why? And
so no, that's actually referring to the money that Alex Jones is supposed to pay them.
Like I don't get that either. $1 billion he has to pay. That's so fucking dumb. That'd be like Carl being like, I don't like John, and then someone breaking his leg, and then that's Carl's fault for just saying he doesn't like somebody.
Yeah, I don't know.
Different scale. I understand the scale is different.
I don't know if it's exactly like that.
Different scale.
I just like your Carl impression.
John.
But once we buy the thing, all of the $1 million+ or something that we put into this thing will go directly to the families. The first time they'll receive some money, and in the meantime, we will be receiving some really truly insane panic because Alex had no idea this was happening this week. And you can tell.
So he's becoming aware of me now for the first time, maybe since I once read. Is that Bert Kreischer or is that?
I know. I thought it was the machine at first.
Yeah.
Why are they taking shots at Bert?
Bert Kreischer catching shrapnel there. So yeah, can we read Alex's tweets that they're referring to, where he's learning about Tim Heidecker and for some reason giving them exactly what he wanted. Now, this could be brilliant. I don't know if Alex is necessarily thinking on this level or it's just knee-jerk, hey, fuck with you, I'm floundering, I'm going to react harshly. But if he's going so crazy that it takes the ability to parody him away from them, then it's kind of brilliant. But let's hear his tweets about Tim Heidecker.
This one says, the Onion newspaper has been rocked by the discovery that their new creative director produced pro-pedo / child kidnapping, torture, and murder programs. Billionaire Michael Bloomberg is the main financier of the Onion's hostile takeover of InfoWars and is funding productions designed, in their words, quote, to wear Alex Jones's skin.
This guy's been working with Craig Ironhead of Coney, obviously.
They're turning the hosts of InfoWars gay. There's another tweet you said?
I think so. I think there were definitely a few where he's essentially accusing. He's taking a bit from Tim and Eric and acting like it's real. Like he's tweeting out Tim's mugshot and being like, "This guy's a satanic pedophile," which I assume he knows isn't true. I can never really tell with Alex Jones.
I think he knows it's a bit, and honestly, like the kid clowns bit was funny. He says, extreme viewer discretion advised. The man hired by the Onion to take over InfoWars produced pro-pedophile / child torture and murder shows for Adult Swim in conjunction with Will Ferrell, who took part in satanic rituals with spirit cooking high priestess Marina Abramovich. The Satan-obsessed Tim Heidecker has openly bragged that he is set to steal Alex Jones's job and that he plans to steal Alex Jones's identity in order to destroy the InfoWars brand. Alex Jones and his legal team have already filed and are planning to file major legal challenge to this attempted hijacking of InfoWars and his identity by these Democrat-backed deranged lunatics.
It does annoy me when guys like Alex Jones that defend free speech and defend people that get in trouble for jokes and everything, and the second their back is against the wall, they're like, look at this. He's a pedophile. Clearly, this is not a joke. This is something to be taken seriously.
But if he's doing that to be funny, that is funny.
That's the thing is maybe there's I think there's a chance.
And honestly, wouldn't you be so fucking petty on the way out?
Maybe.
I would. I'd burn it down.
I don't know if I'd make myself look like this, but I guess it is typical of Alex Jones. It is an Alex Jones style rant, but I do think he's capable of being like, well, if you want to parody me, I will be so ridiculous on my way out that any parody. The reason a lot of people weren't able to make fun of Trump for a long time, where it's like they were doing, SNL would do this cheese dick take shots at Trump when in reality the things Trump was tweeting were just so out there that they weren't even doing it justice,
Like the real one was funnier.
Right. So let's get back to Tim Heidecker.
We got trolls.
Yeah, so this is him. This is where like Tim loses me, where like he refers to getting trolled by Sam Hyde's fans and then eventually 4chan and Reddit and all that, like the people that went after him, and he still hasn't learned where, like his fault in all of that.
Is the amount? Yeah. I mean, 10 years ago when I stepped in this shit 10 years ago with all the Pepe the Frog freaks and the 4chan losers, that was where they went. They went to the child clown outlet. That's where they. Right. I mean, that's all they have.
That's the proof.
Yeah. That's all they got is this one sketch. That's so stupid and funny and great. Actually, very great.
Did they dial the number?
Did they call it?
Did they try to buy one?
Hey, that's the lady from Reno 911.
Over 12 years.
Oh, really?
It is that.
The blonde cop. I think.
Nice.
That's what they got. They got that one. I mean, you could have gone to Brown's daycare and looked at that clip from Dr. Steve Brule where he's getting his diaper changed. That
like there's far worse stuff they could definitely.
I guess. What are you? What are you saying? What are you saying?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, they're obsessed with the child aspect of it, so that's why.
Exactly.
Look, I mean,
they care about kids so much.
As Matt said to me yesterday, he goes, child clowns aren't a thing. They're not a thing in the world that we're worried about. And if I was into child clowns, I wouldn't be putting it on TV. We'd be shush
locked in your.
It's always so funny to me to hear these sides flip-flop, where now you have, like in this case, you have Tim Heidecker sounding like the sane one, where he's like, God, listen to these assholes taking jokes seriously. And then you go back 5 years when people were on the other side were losing their minds over jokes. So it's all the same shit. It's basically both sides, when their backs are against the wall, they just yell, "No, but you should agree with me all the time. Just I'm always right." It's the biggest babies. It's silly once you like take a step back from all of it. It's all very silly.
I truly, if I was Tim, would not want that fan base mad at me to the level.
I don't want any part of this, like especially after what Tim went through with all that stuff.
Like the pay better be so worth whatever he's about to have to go through.
Well, but not only that, I don't think it's going to be that great. You know what I mean? I would deal with shithead fans trolling me or whatever if it was something that was going to be really great. I just don't know what they have planned, and I suspect it will fall flat.
It had, like I said, maximum 1 week of life.
Well, the joke is that they bought it. The joke has been told. Like
Right.
the joke is done. The joke is that they bought it to fuck with Alex Jones. It's not like every day or every week InfoWars fans are going to keep going back to the website going, "What is this?" Like everyone figures it out pretty quickly.
And what's to stop Alex Jones from starting like info battles next week?
Oh, he already started something. It's like, I think it's just alexjones.com or something like that.
It sucks because InfoWars is actually a great name for what he does.
It's a good name, but he's a big enough brand now that his name is probably better anyways.
And you know, like Rogan will have him on, like,
Right.
Stuff like that.
So that's the thing is, I don't know if Alex Jones is thinking clearly about this, it doesn't actually matter. But he's giving them what they wanted with his reaction. So Too Lazy to Try made a video about this. And we have a couple clips from that with Alex's reaction.
And I looked at these videos. They are highly disturbing. This aired on Adult Swim. And they also made another movie called Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie.
I like the idea that Adult Swim is airing pedophilia live.
Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie was fucking hilarious, by the way.
Just like it gets through the censors and everything. All the suits are like, yeah, it seems good to me. No, it's a real child molestation. Yeah, we'll greenlight that.
$1 billion movie with children in satanic diarrhea rituals. So I'm warning you before you do this.
That's actually true.
How are they going to parody that? What are they going to do to make this guy seem silly?
You know what's hilarious is what he just said actually is in the movie.
Diarrhea rituals.
This is children kidnapped, put on ships, tortured, burned to death, murdered for Satan. And I'm doing research. I start watching these clips you're about to see. And the graininess of it, the sickeningness of it, the children, and all the symbolism, and you know what they're doing, and the simulated murder of children. And kidnapping them and loading them on ships, then using them up, and all this. When you study the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, this is it. I mean, they tell you up front, but if you even know the symbolism, it's even worse.
Is he fucking around, or does he think Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie was a documentary?
I think he's just ruining their bit, which he is successfully doing.
If he's doing that, he's very smart.
I think that's exactly what it is.
I think he's obviously a smarter guy than people. Like people play the turning the frogs gay clip, like with Trump. They take the dumb things he says and they're like, "Oh, he's crazy. He's an idiot." No, he is smart. Obviously, he's nuts. He's out of his mind.
He also bats like 950.
Meaning what? Oh, the Sandy Hook is a big one to be wrong about.
It's a big one to be wrong about.
He really dug his heels in there.
Now, like I said, pending he wasn't being like, go harass these people.
Which I legitimately don't know. He might have been like, hey, don't stop till we get answers or something.
Right. And that's the case, and I take back everything I've said, but
yeah,
I was just under the impression he had an opinion on the realness of the event, which
and people shit on him for the playing a character thing. Like he said in court, well, that was the character Alex Jones that said that. I think that's a legitimate, like, hey, I'm doing a show. Not everything I say is meant to be taken literally. I don't think that's some like gotcha moment, really.
Well, even I don't even know how to pronounce the person's name. Adam, whatever. He said,
I'm sure it's Adam.
Ace-DAMTHEMAN 69.
It's just funny to hear you read. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Adam.
But he goes, yeah, he might have been wrong, but $1 billion wrong? No.
That's a tough number. Yeah.
Absolutely not. I'm all about, everything's fine unless you're like, hey, go shoot these people.
Right. And again, I just don't know enough about the case.
But even if he was like, go outside their house peacefully, don't go on their property.
Oh, that's fucked up.
It's fucked up, but there's
go to their house. That's crazy.
I'm not saying I would do that, but that's technically a protest if there's no violence.
They shouldn't. Their kids died, Craig. They shouldn't be protested.
I understand. I'm not saying I like it.
Hey, just find kids that were murdered and just lightly protest the parents.
I'm not saying I agree with it.
That's crazy.
I want that very clear. I'm not saying I agree with it. However, if there's no violence,
Craig's like, these kids, they were probably tattletales, these kids.
They were all rats. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Next is parody.
Like, how are you gonna fuck with this guy? Like, what are you gonna do to make him try making this man look ridiculous?
I want to just be very clear. I don't think people should be protesting the parents' house.
Now Craig's gonna get me sued. Go to their homes. What's the big deal? Make yourself comfy.
I'm just saying, if there's no violence, I don't know unless someone tells me.
No, they shouldn't go to their homes, even if it's non-violent.
I agree with that. I'm saying I agree.
Your craziest take ever.
It's not a take. I'm just saying, what's the legality?
Even if he sends them there to mow the lawn, it's inappropriate.
No, that's trespassing, and that's illegal. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying, what is the legal foot to stand on? Actually, I'm just curious. I'm not saying I think it's right. I'm just curious.
Interesting.
Are you an employee of The Onion now, Alex?
No, we laugh about this, but a year and a half ago, they announced that they now owned us.
Yep.
And it was all fraud. But don't worry, we got a bunch of legal avenues. It'd be one thing if they just shut us down, but they are telling the New York Times and obviously more videos, they're going to misrepresent that they're us to confuse people and, quote, rip people off like Alex Jones did. They're going to make money. The whole thing's about defaming me. You can't take something over and then act like you're somebody, even if you say it's a parody. You can do a parody of somebody.
Yeah, you can. SNL does this every week.
You definitely can.
Something from them.
Right.
We've already checked with lawyers, so they're in deep shit. I'm already suing the Democrat Party law firms. Already got civil rights lawsuits. So you think, look, just because you're wearing my shirt don't mean you're me. They need to be us to confuse people. By the way, it's a total failure. It goes, we're the 5th biggest newspapers. That's a lie. Newspapers are all dead. This is what the left do. They try to silence you, then they misrepresent who you are. They're body snatchers. They're skinwalkers. They literally take your skin. This is going to backfire big time, folks.
Like, what line is Tim Heidecker going to come up with that's more ridiculous than that?
Nothing.
They're going to take your skin.
You may have, may try to take our skin. You may try to take our clothes, but we're still the real InfoWar.
Yeah, so I don't know. He seems unhinged, but he always seems unhinged. So I don't know if he knows exactly what he's doing, if there's a method to his madness. But
Tim Heidecker in response says, "Nuh-uh." All right.
Yeah, like I don't know what they're gonna do. I think the weird thing is the bid is over, and all of the InfoWars fans will follow Alex Jones wherever he's going. So at the end of the day, I think Alex Jones wins unless he makes his life about fighting this dumb parody. You know, like if he goes nuts and really tries to fight them on this and becomes obsessed with it, that ruins people. Then he's Lenny Bruce reading court transcript. Then no one wants to listen to him.
If he's going to court and he's stuck in court over this, that's fucking dumb. If he takes shots at them all the time, I get it.
Of course. Yeah. That's just, he will do that for sure. Yeah. But like, I think he's already kind of won weirdly, which is why he shouldn't take it too seriously. Like, I'm sure his new website's going to be fine.
And I think he's just going to be like, fuck, I've had this for 25 years and I'm about to watch it fizzle out. That kind of sucks.
Well, I totally get why he'd be pissed and why he'd go down with a fight and all of that. But it's the whole situation is very funny to me. And despite what Craig says, don't go to anyone's homes and protest.
I'm not saying that.
Don't, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Mike, what if their kids are dead? Then can I protest them? No.
I'm asking.
Really not.
I'm asking simply, legally, if there's no violence and they're just protesting.
Well, Mike, I I'm not for showing up at people's homes, but what if they went through a horrible tragedy?
Me personally, I would never. But I'm curious.
Had their young children ripped away from them senselessly, just with some horrible murder. Then can I show up at their houses? I say no. Firmly. That is my firm stance. Do not do that.
Now I feel like Alex Jones getting taken out of context here.
Greg's going to call me a skinwalker soon.
You can't wear my skin. All right, super chats. PL $5. Turning to Craig when looking for a word is the funniest thing you've done all day.
I was so blank. I couldn't come up with it.
Well, I don't know if you know I'm a stickler for the legalities of things. When you say a legal phrase, I'm like,
it was a term. It's used in the context I was trying to use it, and I just couldn't come up with it.
A Yankee $5. Honestly, the Onion is on the way out anyway. Even if the new IW flops, they increased their brand recognition.
True. It does. I mean, it gets them in the news. I heard them say. So I listened to this segment on Heidecker's podcast, and he said something like, "Subscribe to the Onion," and he referred to it as like an actual like newspaper. Like they're still sending out physical copies.
And the thing is, too, though, is like the Babylon Bee is just a better version.
Interesting.
DZD93 $4.99. I love the show, but I can't move past the fact that Mike loudly and proudly wears a robe in public like the dude from The Big Lebowski.
I don't understand this.
I don't either.
Regular T-shirt.
It looks like a collared shirt with a black shirt. But that's where we're at right now.
Beautiful. Oh, real quick, let's hit this Jeff Dye thing. I did not watch. Maybe I'm getting got here. I've not watched the Kill Tony WrestleMania thing because I'm not a wrestling fan. I thought it would be a lot of wrestling, so I skipped it.
It was.
Yeah. So you watched it?
I watched clips and was like, thank God I didn't sit down and watch this.
See Jeff Dye on it?
No, I saw Kane come out and just bash Tim Waltz in front of a very liberal audience. That was weird.
Interesting. So I listened to Die Hard this week. I checked it out because a couple of weeks ago, Jeff Dye did this embarrassing podcast. Like I watched Ben Avery talking about it, is where I saw it actually. And he addressed like Red Bar and Ben Avery and stuff. So I listened to it to see if we should play it. But in that episode, he's talking about he did shows in Washington, D.C. And he's like, I invited RFK and Cheryl out to dinner, and I invited Tulsi, and she said some of her people could come to the show. And I said, Tulsi, I want to see you. I want to hang out with you. And it was just him name dropping so douchily. Meanwhile, none of them showed up to his dinner that he invited them to. So he's name dropping all the people that didn't hang out with him. So I'm fully on board for Jeff Dye. Seems like kind of a douche. I'm starting to get the hate around him and everything. And we said,
I got it instantly.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Last Cowboy in L.A. on Patreon at some point.
Yes.
Maybe this week.
My Monday through Wednesday is not looking great.
I forget this. I keep doing this. Craig's protesting death.
That's
Craig's going to cemeteries and booing the parents.
I just want to know what law would that be breaking? There was no violence involved and they weren't trespassing.
Okay. Well, anyway, I look at he's dug his heels in on this.
I'm not saying I'm for it. And
Anyway,
I'm actually against it.
Once Craig puts down his picket signs, we'll get to that. But on this episode of I listened to a recent episode to say, should we do a Jeff Dye segment this week? And the episode, it yielded no results for me until I saw something happen. I did hear Jeff talk about going on Kill Tony, which I found interesting. So let's hear a little of that first.
It's okay to spend some of my money and go have a good time. So I'm taking this weekend to go to WrestleMania in Las Vegas. And what happens? I get invited to perform on Kill Tony. in Vegas.
So nice, it's in Vegas.
Yeah, so and it's also it'll be all wrestling fans because Tony's such a big wrestling fan, Tony Hinchcliffe, that they're just having it sponsored like WWE version of Kill Tony. So I'll be performing on that, which I'm super excited about. I love wrestling. I love Kill Tony. I love Vegas. It's going to be perfect. Also, I feel like I somewhat manifested it because I have all these wrestling jokes in my act, and I don't do them all the time. But sometimes when the joke doesn't do well, I'll turn to Nishat in the audience, or I'll just kind of turn.
I do want to point out his set looks exactly like Joe Matarese's.
Oh, you know what's really weird? That triggered a thought in my head. The thumbnails that he does, so the thumbnails are his logo, like Die Hard or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very familiar die in red, hard and white.
It's like Kill Tony.
Font that I've seen before. Yeah, I can't put my finger on it, but it is very familiar.
Someone in the audience and go, I wish I could have an audience full of wrestling fans. They would really appreciate this. If I could ever find a crowd of just wrestling fans, that joke would crush. And now here we are. I will have a crowd full of wrestling fans. If you don't remember last year, Tony did the roast of WrestleMania, and I was on that, and I did really well. But the problem was nobody got to see how well I did because it wasn't leaked. Damn. Nobody posted.
So that
he's being held down. Everyone's censoring Jeff Dye.
Those weren't released.
No, there was like some clip that came out, but it was never actually released.
That's weird.
So Jeff Dye, is that the end of the clip?
Nope.
Okay, let's hear it a little more.
There was no videos. Everyone had their cameras locked up. Someone snuck in a phone and recorded the audio of it and then put it on Twitter. And WWE or TKO or ESPN, whoever, had that taken down so fast. I mean, that leak was only up for like 40 minutes, I think, before it got taken down off Twitter. So
you'll have to be the leaker this year.
I know. And I thought about leaking it too, even back last year when it happened. But the problem is, I was like, if they found out that fast, just some random person posted it, I can't be posting it from my page. They'll yell at me or I'll get in trouble. So anyways, long story short, very excited for this weekend.
It sounds exciting, Jeff, and it's a shame that your last WrestleMania set where you crushed. It's a shame that didn't get out there. Let's hear how he did at Kill Tony this week.
All right. Tony cut Jeff Dye from Kill Tony Mania on Netflix.
So he's talking about how he's like, man, it doesn't always work in comedy clubs. And he literally said, I turned to the audience and I go, this would crush with a wrestling crowd. Now, maybe Tony is so vain that he didn't want to put someone crushing on the show, someone killing so hard.
It's totally what his move is.
Yeah, right.
Because Tony realized what Opie never did is that people being funny on his show is good for him.
Exactly. Yeah. What's weird is like Opie would say that. Opie said that. He's like, hey, if Patrice is funny, people say the Opie and Anthony show is funny today. So like Opie did realize that and then just lost it at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tony's always very good at that. Like he wants to put people over. I think he takes pride in if you're like, hey, Ari Maddie's really funny. I think Tony takes a lot of pride in being like, I found him. I discovered him.
He had a big joke book.
So Jeff Dye does a set on there, I assume pulled out of the Legends bucket, which boy, that's really stretching the term.
Jeff Dye performed at Kill Tony Mania in Las Vegas during WrestleMania week. His name was on the big screen. The crowd was there. Then the Netflix special dropped and he wasn't in it.
God, this guy can't catch a break. So this is what's interesting with Jeff Dye and why I've like had a hard time really pinpointing how I feel about the guy, because he went on this story. In the podcast episode I listened to, he tells this story about texting everyone in his phone Happy Easter, which is a little obnoxious, but he texts everybody Happy Easter.
Well, he's religious, don't forget.
That's true. It's a big day for him. So he texts one friend Happy Easter and doesn't get a response, and then he notices that this friend, like, he's sent him like 12 or 15 texts unresponded to over the last, couple years or whatever. And then so finally he says, "Oh, wait, are we like not talking? What's going on here? Why aren't you responding to me?" And the guy finally does respond and says, "This whole move to MAGA that you've done, I really just like the whole Fox News thing you've created. Like, it's really just not for me. I don't know." Like, and it seems like, because Jeff goes on this rant about how people are letting politics get in the way, and a thing philosophically I agree with. I'm like, oh, that's shitty if you like disown someone just because of their politics.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you start looking at Jeff as an individual,
mm-hmm.
you're like, is it your politics, or do people think this is a phony thing you're doing?
Yeah.
And like, it seems like even Tony Hinchcliffe is like, ugh, I don't want this guy dragging my show down.
According to fans who were at the live show, Tony reportedly said right after Jeff's set that he wasn't making Netflix.
Well, that won't be on the big show.
Jeff found out he was cut from fans on social media.
Damn. So I'm assuming I'll be keeping an eye out for the next episode of Die Hard, because I assume that'll be mentioned.
This is the second time Jeff Dye has been cut from Kill Tony. The first time he was on the guest panel and an entire interaction was removed.
But that could be, to be fair, that might not be Jeff. I don't know what, you know what I mean? That could be anything.
Yeah. People are divided. Some are saying Jeff's set wasn't good enough. Others are saying it was better than half the acts that made the cut. Sure. I'm sure it was better than Sami Zayn or Kane or any of these wrestlers that have not done it. But who do you think wrestling fans would prefer to see?
True. Definitely true. But I guess my question would be, because I noticed the Netflix episodes seem to be pretty heavily edited.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long they go, but you can tell there are like big chunks of the actual live show missing. How bad could Jeff's set have been that they need to take it? I mean, there's no time restrictions on Netflix.
No, there's not.
Who gives a fuck? If why that is weird. Like, how bad was it that they needed to take it out? And why have him there?
My guess is it was poor. It was probably better than the wrestlers, but the wrestlers probably got a bigger reaction because of who they were and where they were. They were like, this just doesn't fit.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you know what? That's probably true, where it might not even be Jeff's fault. It was just something that didn't fit the episode because it's a WrestleMania themed. I keep saying WrestleMania. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if I sounded like an old man. Like, I'm just like, it's the WrestleMania or whatever it is. I didn't know if that was the right event. But
I just put the headline on the screen. That is Jeff Dye on the stage with his name on the screen. So it did happen. And there's the Jeff Ross and the Undertaker and Tony Hinchcliffe.
That's funny. Well, we'll have to wait and find out. I'm sure Jeff will explain it. And here's the thing about Jeff Dye, and what makes him an interesting figure to follow. There's a good chance he comes out and lambastes Tony and actually hurts his career. So I look forward to that.
I think people will agree with him.
Yes.
Yeah, you all get it.
Yeah. There are clips, and again, I'm listening to a lot of this through like Ben Avery's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's slanted, but I'll hear clips where Jeff is like calling himself a legendary comedian. It's like no one like our podcast gets more views than his.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, which is not, I'm not shitting on him for that, but he's not a legendary, not a big name.
No, I honestly didn't know who he was until we used the Ben Avery.
Yeah, I mean he's built a following. Like, he's not unsuccessful, but like maybe it's tongue in cheek and I'm missing it, but it seems like he has a bit of pomposity to him.
Yeah.
And I'll be curious when we watch the stand-up. I'll be curious to see if that breathing is the same.
Oh, God. Yeah, so I was at the store the other day.
Yeah, so that's our Jeff Dye update. Maybe this week, if Craig can step away from his protests, we'll get to it another time.
I don't know what's better, that or the other one.
Ooh! Quit your crying.
Where where to?
Huh. Let's see. Oh, I guess we have to talk about the end of The Fighter and the Kid, huh?
I guess.
This is weird. This is very odd. Because they do a lot of podcasts together, Brendan Schaub and Bryan Callen. And Brendan always manages to bring this up when he's alone. They will not have the conversation with each other, yet Brendan is talking about it publicly, and it gets clipped and it gets dissected online. And then Brendan will be like, oh, they're all overreacting. But it's like, you said these. You're the one saying this, not us.
I have a feeling I wouldn't put it past him to be like, hey, let's start doing this to, get some attention.
Oh, maybe. Maybe. That's not impossible, but he's doing it on Patreon.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's the case, because if we know anything about Brendan, he doesn't want his clips getting out there.
That's very true.
So Brendan does this on Patreon where he answers questions. Callen can never be bothered to show up. People have speculated this for a while, that Bryan hasn't been enjoying the podcast and he wants to leave, and he just stays out of some loyalty to Brendan. And I was never sure. I was like, oh, people are reading too much into it, whatever. Until I heard Brendan start talking about it. And Brendan is saying a lot of the things that people online have been saying. So let's hear him answering fan questions. It's him and Chin talking about this. And when Brendan gets honest, he's not bad.
No shit.
I'm like, oh, this is the guy that people heard in 2015 when they were just doing a successful podcast.
Yeah, it's not a troll question, Brandon.
Sorry, this is just if you're wondering about the audio quality, this is Unique, who I don't know why he cuts them like this, but I got to give credit to Unique because this one lived up to the title. Usually it's some clickbait, ridiculous, like Brendan Schaub destroys Joe Rogan.
Bert Kreischer ends his career.
Yeah, and it never lives up to the hype, but this one did. So shout out to Unique.
Room. How do I address this? I just think it does seem forced. I agree with you 100%.
As he's sitting down doing it.
Well, what's weird is he's talking about doing shows with Bryan.
Right.
And he does, here's the thing where Brendan's a little delusional. He does 11 million shows a week. He does a couple episodes of The Fighter and the Kid, a couple episodes of The Schaub Show, which is getting renamed, which I'll talk about in a minute. Well, I'll just say it now. The Schaub Show, I heard Chin talking about this. I guess they're renaming it Big Brown Breakdown. Which is, I thought there was a segment that Craig did on his other show.
Yeah, we called it Race War.
Go through Chicago statistics.
That's more like a Texas statistic. I think.
Yeah, so I guess he's doing like Big Brown Breakdown and The Fighter, and he does all these episodes, but only with Bryan. He's like, that seems forced, man. But here's what's weird. Like I appreciate him being honest in this moment. He never has this conversation with Bryan. He's doing it publicly. It's not like he doesn't want to hurt his feelings or something. He's saying it to all of us. And then he's like, oh, hey, Bryan's here. Sit down, buddy. Let's podcast.
Most of the time I can tell Bryan doesn't want to be here. And here's the thing. It's not that, like, me and Bryan are still close, still love Bryan. We still talk all the time. But it's just like our lives are so different now, on my life and his life. It's almost like we don't have much in common anymore.
That was,
we're like
I was
that.
actually like shocked to hear him say that.
I know.
Because that was like, oh no, we've really drifted apart. Which I didn't think was, I thought people were making too much of that when they would say it. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't seem like Callen's really into the podcast, but I don't know if they've drifted apart as friends or co-workers or whatever. But Brendan's saying straight up, like, we don't have anything in common anymore. Like, we're almost saying like we're not friends. Like, I know that's not what he's saying, but like, we're just different people than we were when we started.
So it's Big Brown Breakdown. Why do you think it's called that?
Oh, I know that because Bryan would call him a big brown, beautiful man or something like that.
Because typically you hear that and you think something to do with his ethnicity, correct?
Yeah.
I just looked it up if you were curious.
Please.
He is German, Italian, and English.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it's called that, but
it's a little weird.
It's strange. It's unusual, but
married couple, and the kids, you know, you're empty nester, and the kids leave the house, and you go to dinner. It's like, hey, hey, remember that time? And you're just talking about old stories, you know. So it's like,
you can't talk about future ones.
you know, me and Bryan haven't had the conversation. I think we should go down to once a week. My passion and focus is Schaub show.
What?
Why doesn't he just go back on the road? Just
straight up saying, like, I've been mailing it in on the Fighter and the Kid. I forgot he does the Golden Hour also. That's another show that he does.
That's right.
So he's like, yeah, I don't care about all these other shows that I do with a bunch of people. I just care about the Schaub show, which I listened to that. I wasn't sure where this clip was. So I listened to a bunch of Schaub's shows at 3 speed. So I wasn't fully listening, but him talking about fighting, I don't know enough to critique it. So maybe he sounds like an idiot, but to me, I was like, oh, this is if you're a fan of that, I could see liking this.
Well, he knows what he's talking about when it comes to
right.
that.
Yeah. So I get that's probably all he should have ever done.
Well,
that's the problem with Brendan. Tried to be way too much. He's like, I'll be a car guy. I'll be a comedian. I'll be, wacky stories guy. I'll have my hand in all these different.
Well, he doesn't know. He didn't know the stand-up world really, right? And when he started doing it, he had crazy popularity. So why would he stop?
Just self-awareness, I guess, is why.
Well, you look at your bank account and you're like, I'm getting this to not get punched in the face. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can.
Yeah, it's the fault of people who didn't tell him to do, like Callen and Rogan, and people who you should have been looking out for him more, where they should have been like, hey, and I think they did. I think Joe said he did tell him not to do that special. So I do think people said hey, don't do any. He just looked at the money and said, I'll do it, when it would have been. Ultimately, he lost way more by doing that special than he did the money he made.
Right.
Chin and I have talked about this, and it for me, I don't know how Chin feels about it. I don't know how the viewers feel about it. It's like when it comes to Fighter and the Kid, dude, we've had a fucking epic run. You're talking 12, 13 years, man. Epic run.
It's weird when you listen to this. They're gonna put it. They're gonna put out an episode tomorrow.
Do they talk about it though? They must.
No, I'm sure not, because he does this every once in a while, where he'll go on Patreon and be like, "Yeah, Bryan's just mailing it in. Bryan doesn't care about the show anymore. I wish Bryan cared more, but he doesn't." And then they'll sit down on an episode tomorrow and be like, "Hey, Bappa, what's happening?"
And me and Bryan will always be brothers.
That's the end of that clip. It's very weird.
It'll be the most viewed episode they've done in years if he says this to Bryan, and he just keeps doing it behind his. It's hard to call it behind his back because Bryan's fully capable of watching this. It's on his Patreon.
One of them definitely has something on the other.
Well, I think Bryan alludes to what it is later, which it makes sense. It's a good point by Brendan. The psychological reason why Bryan stays there.
This is getting older.
Yeah, so they're just they've grown apart, and this is an interesting point by Brendan. I don't think it's a bad one. I think there's something to what he's saying here. I just kind of wish he was this honest with Bryan. I'm gonna keep an eye on their show tomorrow, because if it's just hey, did you see the fights this weekend? That's crazy.
I don't view it as a negative thing. It's just sometimes things change. And I think you know, Brian's getting older. He's not as silly or into the things he used to be. I'm also older.
That's how time works, Brendan. we're all older than we were.
Brian's older and he's not as silly or into things. I'm older, but I'm still silly.
They should listen to Bill Burr and they should go over to Riyadh and find some silly geese over there.
You guys aren't going to believe what you pull at
They're
children.
really silly.
And I also feel like I don't have much to say these days.
So you do 18 shows a week?
That's crazy. Brendan, that's a crazy thing to say. Let's see. 2 episodes of The Fighter and the Kid, 2 episodes of The Schaub Show, The Golden Hour, a Patreon episode. It's at least 6 episodes a week.
That's nuts.
And then like he'll go on and do other people. He'll do Rogan and be on 3 hours there. Like he does a lot of talking. So for him to say like, hey, I'm just tapped out, man, and then do another full slate of podcasts this week.
That's why when he breaks down fights and stuff, it's fresh every week.
Right, because there's something to talk about, which I think this is oddly insightful by Brendan. I don't think he's fully taking in what he's saying. Like, I think there's something to be said for Brendan probably doesn't have a lot to say about what happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. But he's going to talk about it tomorrow. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
So like that's what's weird about Brendan is like he acknowledges these things. It's like we watched Bert Kreischer a couple months ago. Say, yeah, I think I'm overexposed. I think there's too much of me out there. And then he continues a bunch of podcasts, and he's on MLB opening day, and he's on.
He hosted New Year's Eve, I think, an episode or 2 prior to that. Is when we covered that,
right?
And from there, he's been on everything.
He's on social media all the time. Like he's always around. So he says, like, hey, I'm overexposed. I'm doing too much. People are getting sick of me, and then continues to do all the same shit. That's exactly what Brendan's doing, also.
The thing I know most is sports, right? My expertise comes in MMA and football and
one sport. You know, MMA.
I've never heard him talk about football once.
No one is like, the Vikings got crushed last night. Let me see what the Fighter and the Kid are saying about it.
Not saying I'm an expert. I'm saying what I know, whatever little knowledge that is in MMA and football. That's kind of my thing. Outside that, you know, I'm coaching my kids' teams. And
I will say though, he's saying like, I don't know much on MMA. It's like, yeah, you fucking do. I've heard you talk about it. You were number 10 in the world. I don't care what year it was. You still
I like when you guaranteed we'll get comments that are like, he was 10 when no one was fighting. It's like
that's why I'm saying I don't care when it was.
Well, then he probably we could beat him up then. Is that what you think?
Yeah. Oh shit.
That's my life, man. That's my life. And, you know, I'm not at the Comedy Store with, you know, running the streets and air to the ground and doing this and doing that. You know, I grew up before your guys' eyes. You guys have been with me this whole time. And hopefully some of you have kids and we're doing this together.
What?
We're all in this together.
Yeah, they're on the same travel baseball team.
Some of us are building families together, like me and Brendan. We're not trying to tear them down by showing up at their homes.
One priority is my family and just being happy and not missing practices, not missing games. I just don't think me and Bryan have the same priorities. You know, Bryan's touring and trying to make ends meet and stuff like that.
You calling him poor?
So I just feel like we've grown apart in that regard.
He's trying to make ends meet.
It's a little weird where he's like, we've grown apart because we're both doing a lot of the same stuff. We're both working hard and podcasting, and we have families, so we really have nothing in common anymore.
You think like he's like, okay, I stopped doing stand-up, which is something we had common ground over, which is then something we would talk about on the show, whatever the fuck happened over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's gone. Now he's like, we just grow apart.
I listened to episodes of that show for this show, like when I cut clips and stuff. They talk about like the news. They don't need to both be doing stand-up to be able to talk about that stuff.
Yeah. Next we got back on silly.
It's funny, this gets kind of heated between Chin and Brendan, and it's funny that it's all revolving around the word silly.
It holds it in. Bryan holds it in. So Bryan, to this day, will walk into a room and think everybody's thinking about his cancellation.
Whoa.
I think that's a really interesting point. And Brendan's brought this up a lot. Like this it's a thing, it must be a thing that's happening because Brendan brings it up a lot where I guess Bryan thinks like, oh, everyone thinks that I'm a rapist or whatever the fuck that case was. He thinks like everyone thinks of it. People have forgotten. People don't think of Bryan, like people don't put Bryan Callen in the same category as Chris D'Elia.
No, because there was a lot of evidence that his wasn't legit.
Fair or unfair. I don't even know the kid, but like people just don't really get. I'm sure it comes up in the comments. So in Bryan's world, it probably seems bigger than it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, according to Brendan, it's a thing that's on Callen's mind a lot. And I think that that's a reason why Bryan doesn't try to branch out on his own, like do his own thing. And he feels he owes Brendan to stay there because he thinks if I leave, then I'm out on my own and people think of me as this canceled guy and I don't have a safety net like I do with the fighter and the kid.
I mean, there's probably truth to that.
I'm sure, yeah.
Holds it in. Bryan holds it in. So Bryan, to this day, will walk into a room and think everybody's thinking about his cancellation. And he's never figured out how to get over it. And it affects everything in his life. And it's very frustrating. I understand, and it sucks. But at some point, you got to go fuck it and move on and go back to being silly. But then also go back to being silly. You're 59, 58 years old. What are you talking about, B? What are you talking about? You know? So...
You can still be 59 and be silly.
I don't see. I think that's the problem, Chad. I don't think you can.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, like,
It's funny. He's like, Bryan's just not capable of podcasting anymore. And then, as I keep saying, tomorrow he's going to podcast with him.
He had me for a second, and now he lost me. He's like, yeah, you're not allowed to be funny when she hits 60.
Well, he makes an interesting point. They're going to get in an argument here, and I totally get what Brendan's trying to say. I don't know that he's 100% right, but Chin really fails in posing a valid argument against him.
9-year-old who's silly like they were when they were 30.
No, I'm saying even stand-up comics, they get really old in age. They're still really funny.
Not on podcasts. Name one. Oh, wait.
On a podcast?
Yep. Name a comic who hosts.
I don't know why Brendan's being such a dick here. I think Brendan's right, but why is he being a dick about it?
You don't think podcasters are funny once they hit a certain age?
Name one.
I mean, let's
go, asshole. Fucking name one.
Are we? I mean, people say,
yeah,
like Bill Burr's still funny. He's still charting. So like,
this is where I agree with Brett. That name comes up, and this is where I'm like, oh, Brendan kind of has a point here. I don't know why he's so angry about it, but I think there's something to what he's saying. However, again,
Cumia, Howie Mandel, Harlan Williams.
Okay. All right. These are some good names. These do not come up.
I'm reading the chat. These are not mine, but
those are all good. That's good. Those are all good suggestions. Norton. Yeah.
Norton is just as funny as he was.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. As you'll hear.
Let's know why are you laughing?
Funnier and sillier as they got older.
Well, I don't listen to Mark Maron, but is Mark Maron still
What a horrendous. I'm with Brendan. What a horrific example.
He had one job. I would like him to say Joe Rogan just to hear Schaub be like, no.
Yes. Maron the clown. All right, kids, here's a fucking balloon animal.
How old was Norm Macdonald when he was doing his?
He was 61 when he died.
Pretty fucking funny podcast, I gotta be honest.
It's true.
That's why I put Mark Maron's the worst. No, he got grumpy.
I'm looking at older people.
Dude, he got grumpy and salty and not funny at all.
He said the one host that's gonna feed his argument.
What a horrible example. Mark Maron. Name some silly people. That's the bottom. If you were talking Family Feud answers, that gets you negative points answering Mark.
Yeah, we're actually gonna pass. If that's what we're opening with, we're gonna pass.
He He's the prime example, Bubba.
Well, Rogan, he's part of the.
You think Rogan's
I mean, come on. Even Brendan is like, what? If I think silly geese, I wish they could intersplice that with Shane's. I'll just do Rogan and be fine. And Rogan going, what?
Yeah.
What a silly guy.
He can be silly.
We pointed out on this show when he gets to do voices, that's when he's silly. When Dan Soder's on is when he's silly.
Yeah.
No, not sillier, but he's still silly. He's still funny. I don't know. Let me do some research. I'll get back to you.
You don't want to have this conversation, Bubba. You ain't gonna win this one.
I'm not trying.
I don't know why Brendan's like angry at him though. That's the weird part of this debate.
Yeah. Chin is just defending his friend, and he's like, no, Bryan sucks.
Brendan's getting angry, and he's like, Bryan is a terrible podcaster, Chin. Just admit it.
And a worse friend.
Now, he'll be in here in a few hours, and we'll do an episode together. But he's a bad guy.
This is the last clip here. It's podcast.
Yeah, so this like Brendan keeps holding his feet to the fire. For some reason, this gets heated, and I'm not sure why. This feels like where Brendan... I don't know if it's because he's this guy's boss or something. I don't know if it's to establish dominance or what it is. But he is being a bit of a dick for no reason, even though he's 100% right.
That's great. We're talking about podcast.
Yeah, well, that's a different thing.
But that's the conversation. His conversation is not in stand-up. His conversation's in podcasting. Why is it affecting the show?
Why isn't Joe Rogan hilarious when he has a doctor on talking about a fucking vaccine? Why isn't he silly?
Those silly JRE episodes during the pandemic.
Yeah. I would say Protect Our Parks, quite silly.
True, that is silly. Ari Shaffir.
Old
and silly.
Fucking, how old is Big J and Lewis at this point?
45? 44, but Big J's getting close to 50. I think he's 47, 48.
Still silly.
Silly. Sal Vulcano, very silly.
He's a very silly man. He's younger, though, isn't he?
I think he's in his late 40s.
Is he really? Fuck, man. God
Yeah.
damn. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No, you're saying like
as you get older, you can't still be the dick joke guy and always fucking around.
Why?
This isn't true. We played on that episode of Why Are You Laughing about Jim Norton. We played a clip of Voss, who's and it's quite silly.
I could find it right now if you wanted it.
Yeah, let's hear it. This is a silly old man.
Let me grab it. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, this is Brendan's argument's falling. I get what Brendan is trying to say, ultimately. I just don't know why he's dug his heels in. They should have kept it about Bryan and say, yeah, Bryan's not as silly as he used to be. Now they're in this like pissing contest, and Chin's horrible argument was Mark Maron is a silly guy. So now they're entrenched in this debate for some reason.
This is a clip of people who could collect Social Security being very silly.
Voss might be 70.
He is 70.
Right? If not, he's close. Yeah.
You know, my father used to say, why don't you use
That's
your
too
head
much
for
teeth.
something? What?
Too much teeth.
Wow. That even shocked us. That even shocked this room.
What did your father say?
That was godless.
You're a disgrace.
That's right.
What did your dad say?
I said, it doesn't matter at this point. He's not going to follow too much teeth.
Those are some silly boys.
What do you think, Brendan? Was that stupid?
But I get what Brendan's trying to say. Typically, guys are not funnier as they get older. And I think a name you mentioned does come up here, and Brendan guffaws at it.
Well, I'm not. I agree with it, but I'm just saying, like,
I agree with his ultimate point. He's not accurate in the sense that there's nobody like that. But I think all he's trying to say is Bryan doesn't have as much fun on the podcast. They should have kept it to that.
Between us in the chat, we came up with 10 names quite quickly.
Yes, for sure.
It's never happened.
the dick joke is different. But you're saying, can you still be silly? That you're saying that's basically you're saying like he's 59. Why would he be silly? Like, how would that be? You could still be silly.
Again, name somebody who's gotten sillier and funnier. And
I mean, stand-up comics. I mean, you want me to just Google like who's old stand-up comics.
Chin, you're talking about stand-up, buddy.
No, that's what I'm
We're
saying.
talking
That
about
was-
Fighter and the Kid. We're talking about podcasting.
Well,
Name
yeah,
a
that's
comic
different.
who's of course it's different.
But no,
that's what the fuck we're talking
I
about.
thought you said straight up, he's 59. How could he be silly at 59?
On a podcast, buddy.
All right, we got that straight.
Brendan's losing me on the argument. Now he's saying, like, how could any 59-year-old have fun on a podcast? That's just ridiculous.
That's crazy.
A podcast.
Yeah, name one.
No, that's fine. If it's not a podcast.
Like Marin's a perfect example. He never was the most silly guy though, and he got more grumpy over time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
Rogan. As things got more serious, clearly Rogan's a serious dude. He got more serious. You know.
Chin, I don't know if there's a list on the wall that's America's least silly men that Chin was looking at, but he names Mark Maron and Joe Rogan.
Come on, Chin.
We're not as silly. Again, we're just older. All of us are older. Like me, Joey Diaz, Eddie Bravo.
Joey Diaz. There you go. There's one.
So from 10 years ago?
No, he still does podcasts.
He's definitely silly.
Watch it 10 years ago. It's just it's just different. You know?
Brendan's like, no one, and you know what? No one's been funny on a podcast in the last 10 years.
Only I'm still silly.
Brendan's just like, no. The Fighter and the Kid hasn't failed. No podcasts have been funny in a decade. That's what's happening.
And I think the other thing is, remember, Fighter and Kid, for a while, it was like heavy guest driven. And then
I think that's a big thing too.
But that's just the change in the podcast dynamic for everyone. I mean, Rogan's show has always been guest driven. He's never just done solo episodes. So
yeah,
not in a while.
They really lost their way here. I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about anymore.
I know.
Guest driven. It was a different time. We all lived close. We're all in the same building.
How old is Bill Burr?
And you think Bill Burr's gotten sillier?
I was Brendan just pulled up the Riyadh stuff. This is a silly guy.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with him on the Bill Burr one. I don't think he's gotten sillier, but
although it is pretty silly for people to be like, hey, why did you go to Riyadh? And he's like, they got a Chili's over there.
That is pretty silly.
It's a very silly response. So
it's come a long way from the Sherry's Berries read.
Yeah.
All right, we have a
that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll keep an eye on that. But it's weird that they don't address it with each other. I mean, maybe they do off air, but like have that conversation on the air. It'll be your most viewed episode in a long time.
Has he gone this hard at him before?
Sort of. No, not this direct, where he's literally like, he's saying there, Bryan's not capable of podcasting at his age.
I mean, it's weird. I don't know why Bryan would want to do a show with a guy who's just bringing up his cancellation when he's not around.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, if one of you got, and I guess it's different because I'm the host of the show. Well, I guess like if Carl was talking on his show about me like this, it'd be the first thing I bring up on the show that we do together.
Yeah, I mean, anytime.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine just walking in to do an episode with this guy after that.
There's never been a time really where either of us on any show has ever said anything that we haven't said on this show to begin with.
I would say I would only say it on this show if I was like, oh, Craig, at his age, he's too busy protesting the deaths of children. He doesn't want to do the show anymore.
I mean, it's just a weird thing to be like, not bring it up.
Right. It's very weird, especially when I think it would do a lot of good for their relationship. I think it would do a lot of good for the podcast. Like, I don't think there's really a downside to it.
Yeah, and as a co-host of the show, I'm just like, that's disgusting behavior. You know?
The creator of the show.
I created the show.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut. We have one super chat right now. Comedy podcast clips 1054. $10.
Thank you, buddy.
It would be funny if Joe went to open houses and critiqued, started ripping apart molding, breaking cabinets, crawling in attic crawl spaces, opening drywall, pissing off homeowners.
There's rot.
Why would I buy this? He goes up, he's like, hey, what? He does Rocky impressions to the realtor. Why would I buy this?
I almost sent one clip of Joe doing Tony Soprano and Rocky having a conversation
recently.
Oh, like yesterday. Yeah, this week. Yeah.
Well, speaking of not recently, but we do have one segment left.
Oh, yeah. Should we go back and well, technically two, maybe two segments.
Maybe two. We'll see how long this one takes, I guess. But
yeah, should we go back in time and talk about Coach HP?
Yes. It's been too long.
This is our least popular segment by far.
By a lot.
By a million miles. But I'm going to keep doing it. I don't care if you guys watch or not. But we're going to talk about Coach HP.
We're going to make you understand where we're coming from because this is great.
Coach HP is such a fraud and a phony. He's the worst kind of guy where he's like, he's Gary V with even less substance. Like it's and here's the thing. I think guys like Gary V and Tony Robbins, like people call them grifters. I don't really agree with that because they're doing what they say they're going to do. Like they're trying to inspire you. And if you need that in your life, great. But I listened to Gary V on We Might Be Drunk, and like it's mostly horseshit. Like what he does, it's Coach HP style bullshit. But there's like substance to some of his advice. Like he gives real world examples, even if maybe they're made up, but he gives some semblance of real world examples and things like that. Coach HP, all he does is say, "You are great. What do you do for a living? You're a carpenter. You are the best carpenter.
Do you have a question for me?"
Now that'd be great. So he's on someone else's podcast. Lee Syatt. This is 4 years ago. He joins the Christ Killer. And back when Lee Syatt was, I think this is like right after the Church of What's Happening Now ended.
Yeah.
And he goes on Lee Syatt's podcast. What I was hoping for was Lee interviews Coach HP for an hour, and then Coach HP ends with, "Do you have any questions for me?" No. We didn't get it, unfortunately.
There's positives.
Aesthetically, like this is looks, by the way.
Okay. This is why I say Coach HP is a fraud. He's actually a bitter, jealous guy that wants to ride other people's coattails. Like there's a fraudulence in what he says because he calls himself the most positive man on the internet. He tells everyone how great they are, unless you wrong him, and then he gets awfully nasty.
Or he tries to, talk to Blind Mike, but he's texting me and he won't do it on the show.
Right. Yeah. So for those that don't know, those that are new to Coach HP, I feel like we have to re-explain him every time.
Because we don't do it that often that it's like,
yeah.
When was the last time? Like a year ago?
No, me and Casey did talk about him a few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
That was probably the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
He saw the clips that we did of him, the segments that we did on him. And he reached out to Craig. He somehow he got Craig's number.
His box eating dad gave it to him.
I said somehow. Somehow, by some miracle, he got Craig's number. And he thought it was me. And he's like, "Blind Mike, I want to talk to you. Give me a phone call." And Craig said, "Oh, this isn't Mike, but I can book you on his show." He says, "This is not for the show." So I've always wondered what he was going to say to me because I said, well, there's no point in me. I'm not going to record the guy without his knowledge.
Right.
So there's no point in me having a phone call with him. Let's do it on the air.
We can call him after this if you want.
No, I wouldn't do that. I would run him on with his knowledge.
Yeah.
There's positives.
Aesthetically, there's somebody for everybody, right? And the more, and it's weird because you dabbled in the Hollywood world without being in Hollywood, but being in Hollywood, and you see, dude, I'll never forget. I drove for a little bit. You know Kevin Connolly from Entourage?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So I drove Kevin around, right? And I was my exposure to Hollywood and celebrities was very, very little at the time. And when I went to a club with this guy, and I would drive because I don't drink. So I'd be like his designated driver.
No, you're not his designated driver. You were his driver.
You were his driver.
You weren't buddies that went out together. You shouldn't have been in the club. That's wildly inappropriate that he went in with them. Oh, I guess we are boys. That you've hired me to be your best friend. Yes, Kevin? E?
I will play catch with your son for free.
Oh, call me Turtle, E. I'm your turtle.
Call me Turtle.
He is Turtle, this guy, but he's just a leech.
Yeah.
Order. Lee, when I saw the amount of girls this guy got, I was like, wait a minute.
Airing
I
his
thought that
dirty
was only
business.
for like Vinny Chase. But for this dude, are you
Vinny Chase is
For
not
E?
real.
I thought he was loyal to Sloan.
He thought after us as a talk.
He is the type of guy that was probably calling him E all night. Where to next, E?
We must have to stop by Ari sometime soon.
What do you think? Is he going to do Aquaman?
I actually convinced Vinny Chase to do Aquaman.
Poor Kevin Connolly's just trying to get laid in the backseat.
You would think they would ask for my thoughts on Medine.
Yeah, can't we put this partition up, sir? What do you mean? We're hanging out.
It's conveniently broken, best friend.
Oh, you're acting like a real drama here, E.
Lloyd's not allowed in my car.
crazy? But it's the fame. It's that. So what you got to see is, especially in that world, but any world, is where does your value lie at? Because if you go, okay, and yeah, without being, again, delusional with your appraisal of yourself, that's the key. Because if you go, fuck, man, I'm back at 300 pounds, right? Then you know, listen, I'm at a 10, but physically, bro, I'm at a fucking 2. And I got to understand that. But if I can make up for it with my swagger and I'm going to own it and be happy. Remember, like we talked about, everybody loves Santa Claus.
Okay, hold on. This is a terrific analogy. Oh, Lee, let's say you become a big, fat, disgusting pig again. You know, like you were before. Just a monstrous, hideous beast. But sometimes people like fat people. Oh, really, Coach? Like who? Name some fat people that human beings like. And this is an example of why, even if you get fat, you should have a little confidence. Because why? This is a terrific analogy.
But if I can make up for it with my swagger and I'm going to own it and be happy. Remember, like we talked about, everybody loves Santa Claus.
Right.
And Santa Claus ain't talking about his weight. You know what I'm saying? Because he's jolly. He's happy. It's bothering the flow. But if it's bothering the flow.
Why is he acting like Santa's a real guy?
His parents never told him.
Think of the swagger that Santa Claus has. He's such a jolly man. He never gets down. As if there would be like a Christmas movie made with like a bummed out Santa Claus.
That would be hilarious, actually.
It's actually not bad now that I'm thinking about it, but.
And that's where the friction comes in, because we don't get the real Lee. We get a watered down version of you, very calculated, and that's where it gets fucked up.
What?
Let me hear that again.
He's happy. It ain't bothering the flow. But if it's bothering the flow, then that's where the friction comes in, because we don't get the real Lee. We get a watered down version of you, very calculated, and that's where it gets fucked up.
Lee's like, yeah, what?
But unfortunately, this is who Coach HP grabs onto. Lee is one of these guys that's like, oh man, you're so positive all the time. How do you do it? That's amazing. Like he gets swept up by this guy's positivity, even though it's clearly fake, because literally he's saying, oh, if you're self-conscious about being fat, why? Why would you be self-conscious? Santa Claus isn't self-conscious. No, because they didn't write him that way. Dude, you jackass. Why, Mom, why isn't Santa? Why didn't I get any gifts this year? Where's Santa Claus? He's feeling a little gross, honestly. He put on last year's red sweater and it didn't fit him right. So
He had catastrophic diabetes from all the cookies.
Santa was a little bummed about how fat he's getting.
This is the plane analogy.
Oh, even better. As you can tell with the Santa stuff, this guy's good with analogies. The plane is even better. And what I love is when
private plane.
Coach HP, can I get on Joe Rogan's plane? Do you know him, Lee?
You're his pilot. You're the best pilot.
Well, you know, if you don't like flying, does it bother Santa? He takes a sleigh. There's not even coverage on that. But Coach HP is a guy, this is a thing typical of him, where he asks his guest some question to make himself look smart and set up what he's about to say. But it's impossible for the guest to know where he's going. So listen to this. This is a great analogy, and he gives Lee no room to possibly get where he's going.
How do you teach pitchers to have that mentality? Because that must be crazy hard.
So he's basically saying, the question is, how do you teach pitchers, like, you say they give up a home run, blow the lead, whatever, like, they're getting crushed. How do you drill into them to go out there and face the next batter with as much confidence as they had before they started getting shelled, is the question.
I got a DM from a parent who's big in the baseball world, and one of my good friends just happens to the same thing. He goes to me.
I won't name names, but it was Shohei Ohtani.
Can you please give me advice or do something? I have a YouTube video coming out on it.
Anyways, this kid, his name's Derek Trout.
Anyways, Shohei sends me some money and says, make it look like you're betting on the Lakers tonight.
On how to get kids to stop crying when they fail. Pretty much is how to deal with failure.
Right.
Lee, when you get on a plane, right, you take a lot of plane rides. What do you do before you take off?
You buckle up.
And what do they do by law? What does the airline do?
They do the safety meeting or
the safety meeting.
video?
Yeah, the safety, the emergency exit emergency plan, right?
Right.
He's drinking water out of like a 5-gallon jug.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's important to stay hydrated. I am the water champ. Please let Tom Segura know about this.
How many plane crashes have you been involved in?
0, knock on wood.
Knock on wood, right?
Yeah.
If planes were like baseball, per se, let's use baseball analogies because we're talking about baseball, or we could even do comedy, but let's use baseball since they're baseball. If you're hitting, okay, and as a hitter, if you fail out of 10 times 7, you're a multi-millionaire all-star.
Right.
Right? Imagine about 10 plane rides you took, 7 are going to fall.
I wouldn't take a plane.
But you had to take a plane.
Thank you, Lee.
I obviously wouldn't fly. No, you have to in this analogy. Well, clearly flying has been deemed unsafe. The Wright brothers failed, and we just don't have that as a mode of transportation anymore.
You know that mentalist that's like getting crazy popular right now?
What's that?
The mentalist. He was on
yeah.
Rogan. I think he was on stage with Trump last night as the shooting happened.
Oz the mentalist?
Yeah. Coach HP is Oz if he like never got the answer correct.
Joe, write down your PIN number. Now show it to me.
You wrote 8675309.
No, you have to ride the plane. I guess I'll die then. I don't. Where are we going with this?
And 7 are going to fall, and there's a good chance you might win. You know what would happen, Lee? You'd get really good at what? The emergency procedure. You think you?
Yeah.
You
Okay. I was gonna say wearing a parachute. I don't know what.
You wear.
You would get really good at what? Dying, of course.
Coach Oz.
Parachute. You buy the Rocketeer, Go-Go pack, the Jetson.
This
boot.
man has crushed 7 out of 10 planes. They have all crashed. He's a Hall of Famer. So what is this analogy, Coach?
He crashes 7 out of 10 planes. He's the best pilot I've ever seen.
Lee is like, I guess I'd wear a parachute. No, you can't. Okay, what game is this?
Someone in the chat says he's like Patrick Bet David, which is accurate because he always is like, "Oh, I know where you're going with this conversation," and it's never right.
He's Patrick Bet David with like no business sense. Like he doesn't have any. He's all of these. He's Patrick Bet David, Gary V, any of these guys. but just with none of the attributes that have made them successful.
Yeah.
You think when they said the emergency procedures, you'd be on your phone fucking, oh my God, look at this.
Oh, right.
You'd be fucking, okay, so the mask, right?
No, you'd be like, for some reason, I have to fly on this certain death trap.
This is a perfectly good train right there.
This thing that has been deemed almost near certain death. For some reason, I have to take it because I've got to get to Cleveland stat.
What happens, Lee, with that picture? You know what happens to that comedian? There's no fucking course on how to fail on stage. There's no preparation on how to fail on the field. So you know what my answer is?
Yes, there is preparation. How to avoid a plane crash.
It's called practice, Coach HP. That's where you practice how to fail.
The analogy falls apart. He's saying, like, you would study that announcement they make at the beginning of the flight. You'd still die in a plane crash. What is this analogy?
He did say you have to get the Jetsons boots. Like those are real.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, follow, and then if the plane doesn't work for you, drive the Flintstones car.
You get in your DeLorean. You go back and you try again.
How to fail on the field. So you know what my answer is in my video and to everything else, Lee, is I mimic failure.
Mimic or just exude it.
That's why this has all been a big con I'm pulling. I'm making it seem like I'm very unsuccessful. It's all part of my master plan. Oh, you think no one cares about my podcast? Right into my web.
This was disrespect.
Okay. He's been disrespected a lot in life. So let's see his thoughts on that.
I had on Rich Kleiman. Rich Kleiman, great dude. Rich Kleiman is Kevin Durant's manager.
Okay.
Such a fucking climber, this guy.
I know.
My two best friends, E and Rich Kleiman.
And you've seen Scott Christ, obviously.
Rich Kleinman's sort of the Ari Gold of our crew.
Scott Christ was probably my favorite. Coach HP.
That was the table maker, right?
Yeah, that was Joe Rogan's table maker.
I say it every time we cover him. If you're going to start with, if you're thinking, I'm kind of in on this Coach HP, what's the appeal? Go watch our segment. I think if you just search, we have a Coach HP playlist, and it's at the top. So go to that. And Coach HP interviews Joe Rogan's table maker. And it's my favorite bit of content ever. He interviewed a man solely because he thought it was an avenue to get to Joe Rogan. This guy made a table for Joe Rogan. Coach HP found him and is like, what did the room smell like? Tell me about that studio.
Was he nice?
Did he ask you about dinosaurs?
That was like the last time Coach HP was like putting out episodes constantly.
Yeah, he said he's back. He said now that he's a licensed therapist or whatever he is, he's back. So I don't know what that entails, but it was sort of a warning to celebrities. Like, I'm going to start bothering you again.
He's Kevin Durant's business partner now. They have 35 productions. He started out Rock Nation with Jay-Z, became boys with Kevin Durant, then did kind of like what Maverick Carter did with LeBron. Their partner's huge, great guy.
Why does that make him a great guy? It probably makes him a scumbag, by the way, but you have no idea if it makes him a great guy.
He's great at his job.
Great guy. He worked with Jay-Z. He worked with Kevin Durant. That means he's a very good man.
Show Lee canceled on me 7 times.
Damn.
7 times. But I go, don't worry, buddy. I'm going to get you. And when I had him, let me tell you something.
I'm going to get you. I'm going to show up at your house and protest if I have to.
On me 7 times. I don't take that personal. But you know why he canceled on me 7 times? And I told him, I go, because I don't matter.
Oh.
How many people?
That's pretty harsh.
Coach, come on, buddy.
You have confidence greater than anyone I've ever seen in my life.
No, but he's going to explain. He's going to explain ultimately that he does matter here. And this is where the sinister side of Coach HP. This is what I think I would have gotten on the phone call if I had made it.
But canceling on Joe Rogan 7 times.
Not many, but it is crazy.
Always, he has to bring up Joe Rogan
every time.
Every time he speaks.
He's never been more jealous of someone. The fact that he's got the bald look, the sleeve tattoos.
Rich Kleinman, who's like a brother to me. Rich Kleinman canceled on Joe Rogan 7 times.
Do you still have Joey Diaz's contact information?
I'll tell you this, Joe Rogan would probably get 2 cancellations before he was like, okay, I'm going to stop bothering this guy. I'm not going to keep hassling him. Obviously, this guy doesn't want to do your fucking podcast, Coach.
Like we said, it's canceled. Like it was booked, but he changed his mind.
Right? Yeah, right. I'll tell you what happened. He felt guilty. You got him in a corner, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll do your podcast." And then when you tried to schedule it with him, he was like, "Oh yeah, no, none of those dates. I'm really busy right now, Coach."
How many podcasts does Joe Rogan typically do that aren't his?
Oh, very few.
Yeah, there's no shot this happened.
I've had people cancel on me. I've had people canceled on Joey. Like people do that, but no, you're absolutely. It's always because they have something they'd rather do.
They have something else. They're like, oh, I don't want to deal with it, and I'm not prepared. I don't want to be truthful. I don't want to be my right.
It's of no value to me. This podcast gets 9 views. Why would I waste my time?
And I'm like, that's mean.
That I'm so grounded in. I know the dream, and I know one day we're gonna look back on this, Lee, and we'll have millions of this and millions of that, and you'll come to my studio, and I'll go to your studio, and it's gonna be a fucking hug fest,
and we'll have sleepovers in our footy pajamas.
The people that the people that Coach HP wants on his podcast, like it would be a complete waste of time for them to do my podcast. But this is a small operation we've got here. It would be they'd be doing me a favor if they came. There's no other way to define it. It would be them like Joe Rogan doing this podcast would be a massive favor to me. It would benefit Joe in 0 ways. Doing Coach HP's podcast would be even crazier.
I would love to see it.
Legitimately, I'm not exaggerating. Some of his podcasts are in the single digits in views, which like is totally fine. But he holds these, keep doing it. If you enjoy doing it and you want it to grow, like keep trying. Good for you, Coach.
He's big on Instagram.
He is big on Instagram, yes. People have accused him of buying followers. I don't know if that's true or not.
I think we went through this once and we went through his interaction. We're like, oh, they might be on something.
No, I think he got very popular. Like he's done shows. He's had people on his show that I could see him building a following. But yeah, there might be something there. There's not a lot of interaction. But my point is, even if you don't have a lot of interaction or a lot of followers, whatever, keep doing it. That's great. But he has this like vendetta against people. It's like, Joey Diaz has not done my podcast yet. Why would he?
So I'll get his producer.
Joey Diaz cancels on like Legion of Skanks try to get him and he ends up not showing up. Why would he do Coach HP's show?
That's a great point. Yeah, his last post. Actually, you can't quite see the interaction on Instagram anymore.
Oh, why is that?
They just say like one person, if you know someone that liked it, and others.
Oh, really?
Doesn't give the number anymore. But like he's getting like 2 comments on everything.
Yeah. But it might just be that people have died. The Coach HP craze has died down, perhaps.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fight. But in the meantime, I'm living where? On fucking planet Earth, bro.
Right.
And what do I know? That I don't matter to 90% of the people. And the people that I do matter, I only matter to them the little bit that I'm helping them with their kid or that I could bring.
So he matters to 10% of the world's population?
That's a good point.
Quite a lot.
What is like 900 million people?
I think 700 million?
90%.
Or 70 million? Something like that.
10% of the world does care about me very much.
And I make a decent living because of it.
something to the table, because when I was the man in Las Vegas, Lee, everybody wanted to do something with me.
Oh yeah,
Everybody.
of course.
Right now that I'm here, whatever, buddy, the most loneliest decision I've ever made in my life is become Coach HP.
Oh no!
Of course, because I have no friends, man.
Oh, whoa! Oh my goodness! Become Coach HP. Like he's Prince. The loneliest decision I've ever made, because people cannot handle the fame that comes along with being Coach HP.
I made a song called Magenta Rain.
Can you send my demo to Joe Rogan? Just give it to Joey and he'll give it to Joe.
Here he's talking about friends.
Okay, so here's why the loneliest decision he's ever made. I've heard him say this before. The loneliest decision he's ever made is being Coach HP. Why is that? And it's because people can't handle how popular he is. They don't relate to him anymore because he's so famous. They don't get him anymore. So listen to him describe. This is the most positive man on the internet.
Oh, that's why he's lonely, is because he's so famous?
Yeah. Oh. It's the price of fame.
Oh,
that he's paying.
I must have misunderstood what he
Yeah. No, it's the cost of being so massively successful is you lose everyone in your life. Now, listen to the most positive man on the internet describe why his friends could no longer hang out with him.
It's amazing to me that you can be positive through all of that.
Of course, because I have everything that I need in life. I have everything. Now, I do have friends. Like, bro, you're my boy. We've known, but you're my boy. I'm telling you.
You are my friend.
Like, I went to high school with.
Kleinman is my friend.
Please be my boy.
E is my friend. I have many friends. The Joe Rogan's table maker is my friend.
About to crush his place with positivity.
So he, like, a lot of the interviews we watch with him that he does, he says, at the end, he says, now I'm going to sign off here. Do not hang up, because it's over Zoom or whatever. He's like, do not hang up because I have a lot to say to you still. So he makes them stay on the line with him so he can, like, get their information. Like, he's a little stuttering John-ish in that he wants to, like, call these people and have a relationship with them. And it's all to further the Coach HP brand. It's gross.
And know me, I was a little kid that I've helped with. No, man, because how can they relate to me, bro?
Right.
Half these dudes are miserable. They marry these ugly women, super young.
Right.
You know, look at my life.
I mean, what an asshole!
Wow.
So he's saying, of course, these people, they can't be friends with me anymore. Sure, we were brothers. We were longtime friends. They were with me since I was a child. But now they married these pigs. Which, by the way, is like, if you have an ugly wife, is it like, well, I have to get rid of all my friends now, obviously?
Oh, my. No, I think it's saying it more like he can't be seen with them.
Oh, interesting. That's a good thought, where it's like, I have this gorgeous wife. I'm not going to be walking around. I don't want people to think that's my wife, the little oinker that you have.
I had these friends, but then they married these hideous women.
Oh, if I go out with you, people will raise their snouts at me. Start rolling around in the mud.
They'll put an apple in my mouth.
These dudes are miserable. They marry these ugly women, super young. Right. You know, look at my life. Look at your life. You forget that because, like you said it's your life.
What?
But we are the Bash Brothers. Me and Lee Syatt, the two most successful men in Hollywood.
That's a crazy thing to
Legitimately, Coach HP's level of fame is like if I said to you, well, Craig, you can't relate to me. I'm too famous. Whoa. He's not a famous guy.
No, I would say, I don't know what I would describe, man. Like, obviously, you got like 200K followers. There's something, I guess.
That's for sure something. And he's interviewed.
But that all came from him going viral on like a baseball tutorial.
Yes. Yeah. He put out here's how you break in a glove.
Something like that for real.
And it went viral. Now he's interviewed Andrew Schultz and he's done Erica Nardini's podcast a bunch. His intro is him on the yak. So like he's had interactions with famous people. One of my other favorite interviews he's done is with Brendan Schaub,
the best,
where he broke down in tears and said he's the greatest of all time.
Do you have any questions for me?
Through his tears.
Yeah.
Once I'm done sobbing, I will answer your questions, Brendan.
The thing is, Brendan is like his target audience.
But okay, but here's my point: is Coach has had. I'm not saying he's not successful. He's had success at what he's trying to do, but the idea that he's so famous that he couldn't maintain his friendships is the silliest thing I've ever heard.
You guys used.
Oh, this is oddly threatening.
This is what you got when you were like, "Oh, do you want me to book you on Mike's show?" And this is kind of the response you got. There was like this vague, sort of a threat.
To seeing Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, Andrew Schultz, this guy, Pauly Shore, Tim
The big four: Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, Andrew Schultz, and Pauly Shore.
What do you really know about comedy when you're like, oh, comedy giants, Pauly Shore?
Oh, you're in such a whirlwind of success. You brush elbows with Pauly Shore.
Matter of fact, in middle school, I was called Encino Man.
He's a weasel, this guy. So makes sense.
Sure, whoever the fuck, everybody else, you become immune to that. That's why these club guys get all these hot chicks, because you become immune to girls. So while
Like me,
wow,
what does that mean?
Hot chicks like me. I'm not married to a pig like Greg from high school.
I can't be seen with him.
Oh my God, I'm going to Milwaukee. Club Lee's like, get the fuck out of my face, bro. I'm not leaving 2 blocks from here, because you become immune to seeing it. So I program myself to be immune to failure. I'll go to Boston.
I've been testing it very regularly.
I'm immune. You can't slow me down.
I have to keep failing, maybe for the next 5 years.
I tried to get in the comedy mothership green room and they say no, and I say too bad, and I keep going.
Mission accomplished.
To be immune to failure. I'll go to Boston myself. I'll pay for my flight for an opportunity.
He's coming here?
Uh-oh. Luckily, this is before he knew us. So
yeah. Was it?
Yeah, it was like 4 years ago.
Lee doesn't give it to me. I'm going to document it. That's the win of 2021. That's the only thing missing. I'm going to document it, and I'm going to document how Lee shut me the fuck down.
So listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying. Either you will do my podcast, or I am going to fly to you. I'm going to film outside of your house. And I'm going to say, here's where Lee Syatt lives. He let me down today.
I asked David Hogg to join my podcast, and he said no. Next thing I know, I'm picketing outside his parents' house.
Craig said it was okay.
Of 2021. That's the only thing missing. I'm going to document it, and I'm going to document how Lee shut me the fuck down. What's up, everybody? It's your coach. I'm here in Boston. I came to see Lee. Man, Lee shut me down. I love that dude. He shut me down. Well, hopefully he gives me a break.
What is
the comedy factory?
So he's like, this is why you shouldn't turn me down, Lee. I'm going to show up where you live.
He goes, I'm going to go to the Comedy Factory.
Can you imagine? Now, on today's episode, we've speculated a lot about what should and shouldn't be tolerated in society. I should be arrested if I'm like, hey, Shane Gillis, will you come on the podcast? And I don't get a response. And I fly to Austin.
Liver King.
It's literally what the Liver King did.
The Liver King did this.
Coach HP aspires to be the Liver King. It's his greatest dream. Joe, I have brought a toy gun. Whatever the Liver King said. He kept saying, like, threatening that he brought a weapon, but like not saying what it was.
I brought something that go bang. Pew pew. Negative people.
How do you do? I think this might be dealing with people like us. How do you do it, Coach?
Do you avoid negative people? How does other people's negativity?
No, I text them immediately and I say, you do what I say.
I say, I want to talk to you in private. Oh, I will either show up to your house and post it on Instagram.
I will get your number without your knowledge.
The affect you.
I don't deal with anybody negative. I don't talk to my dad anymore because of his negative thing. My mom's a little bit out there.
I wasn't expecting that.
I said to my dad, "Hey, Dad, you're not going to believe this. I'm now on Entourage. I drive E around." And he said, "No, you're not." And I cut him out of my life.
You're talking to Vinny Chase.
Dom was crowding the place. So I had to kick him out.
You remember Dom, Dad? It's sort of a deep cut, but he's one of the boys.
Yeah, I planted the Shrek doll in his room.
Talk to my dad anymore because of his negative thing. My mom's a little bit out there. She's a little weird. I don't deal with that.
I cut out E because I thought he was too negative to Scott Kahn. I didn't care for the way he treated him.
My part. I got this vibe going on, Lee, that I'm in love with. Okay? Even my wife, who I adore, whenever I see her go off.
My wife, very hot, very sexy.
Listen to him. I forget he's also like a bit of a sexist too, Coach HB.
Yeah.
Listen to how he talks about dealing with his wife. Because fellas, you know how these broads are.
Okay? Even my wife, who I adore, whenever I see her go off, I go, "Oh, listen, we're going to fix it. I'm here, but I don't want complaining. I don't want nagging, and it's hard for women sometimes because, bro, they're emotional."
You forget even the beautiful ones. They nag as much as the fatties.
They just nag, 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 nag.
I say you're starting to sound like a fat woman now, honey. I would have married some fat slob if I wanted to hear this sort of nagging.
I married a size 2. You're talking like a size 18.
Listen to this. It's hard for women. This is the most positive guy on the internet, by the way.
Yeah.
Half the species. It's impossible for them to just fucking behave.
They can't just not bug me.
You know how they are, Lee.
But I don't want complaining. I don't want nagging, and it's hard for women sometimes because, bro, they're emotional, postpartum, kids are
they're always being hysterical.
They just want me to pay attention instead. I'm just staring at my Instagram.
They never relax, even when I tell them they're being irrational.
Emotional, postpartum, kids are crying, whatever. Nobody in the world.
Kids are crying.
His kids cry. He just shuts their door.
Oh, you're making Daddy want to be alone again.
Why don't you go hang out with Grandpa for a while?
And then my wife is nagging me, and I always say, you're starting to sound like your mother, and for some reason that doesn't work.
Ruins my vibe. I'm like that dude in Office Space when they hypnotize him.
Right. Okay.
That's me.
This is a motivational guy. The point of that movie was that like he lost, he completely snapped. He like broke and didn't give a fuck about anyone else.
Right.
He said, "That's what I am like."
It is wild. Oh man, the story. I want to know, like, has his dating history ever come out and said what it's like? Because it's probably a nightmare.
Oh my god.
Right. Okay.
That's me 24/7.
I walk into my wife's office and I hit her computer with the baseball bat.
It's exhausting.
Said, "No more Amazon."
In that way, I'm more of an Ari Gold than an E, I suppose. And I tell E this, and he laughs.
He was a driver, and he's like, "My buddy E."
He was a driver. I've never heard a driver refer to them. I was sort of his designated driver. Not sort of. They hired you for that. A designated driver is like if you're out with your buddies, all equals, and one of them doesn't drink. So you're like, "Hey, you don't mind driving, right?" That's a designated driver. It's not you call a limousine service and they send a guy who's not supposed to go in the club.
You don't like that? I'm your driver plus friend.
Where are we going today, Mr. Murphy?
I love that. It's like anytime fucking Billy Walsh calls you suit, I'm going to get in his face.
He's a bit of a character, that Walsh, huh?
Next we have one piece of advice.
Okay, good. This, if just a little piece of advice, maybe we can take this with us and incorporate it into our days.
One thing that you always do, or one piece of advice you would give to everybody,
Also known as one question for me.
Oh, good. You've seen my show.
You're a huge fan.
Yeah, man. This is a good question, because how do you, if you struggle with positivity and you don't know how to find happiness, you got to ask yourself why. You got to sit yourself alone.
You just know this guy is literally the most miserable human on earth, right?
He's also he's winging it. Like this is like, again, Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, these guys, they do, like, they put work into what they do. You can call it a grift or whatever you want, but like they have real answers to those questions. And you can say it's fluff and it's for people who are just kind of like empty and looking for purpose, but that is what it's for. That's what it's supposed to be for in a way. Coach HP is completely winging it. And that's why he says things like, all Lee said was, do you have any advice for people? And he goes, oh, what a great question. Because he's just killing time thinking of how to answer that.
It's also like you're cosplaying as this super happy dude. That mean all I'm reading from that is you're fucking miserable.
Yes. All my friends' wives are pigs. Nobody wants to come on my podcast.
My wife does nag.
My wife is nagging me. And I say, the kids are crying. Why aren't you taking care of them? Instead of bothering me.
You don't know how to find happiness. You got to ask yourself why. You got to sit yourself alone, not in front of anybody, and say, why? Why, when I see Lee do an appearance on the Tim Dillon show, why can't I be happy for him? What am I missing? Why do?
Because you're a jealous human.
Yeah, who's not happy for him?
All these scenarios are actually his thoughts.
By the way, in the podcast, Lee never says, oh, I have to deal with all these people that are jealous of me because I went on Tim Dillon's show. He never presents that as a topic. It's just in Coach HP's mind.
Correct.
Where he's jealous of Lee for going on Tim Dillon's show.
He's loaded with negative thoughts.
But I'm the most positive man on the internet. Why am I not on Tim Dillon's show? Like, he thinks he's owed that.
Oh, 100%. He thinks he should be, in that category.
Correct. And then he brings up the same guys where he's like, it's Joe Rogan, it's Theo Vaughn, it's Andrew Schultz, it's Tim Dillon, it's me.
Why can't I be happy for him? What am I missing? Why do I want to be there? And if the answer is yes, because maybe some people do, right?
Maybe some people do. I don't know. I don't know who they are. I guess you, Lee. Why are you jealous?
Lee's like, no, I'm on Tim Dillon's show. And he's like, yeah, some people do.
Yeah, you, Lee, and the others that are all jealous.
Okay. What did he do to get there? Let's find that. If you see my wife and you go, wow, she's hot, man, I want a hot chick like that.
He uses her literally. I've heard the term trophy wife many times.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone literally use their wife as a trophy. He's like, well, I have a hot wife. That means I've accomplished something. Yes.
She got to be like crazy, right?
I mean, I have a hard time with Coach HP because, like, I was gonna say I bet he's a nice guy, but he does seem like miserable on the inside.
He seems terrible.
He seems tough to deal with.
If what he was saying was the truth, it would come across that way.
Oh, I mean, he's a guy who claims he cut out his friends because they have ugly wives.
That's what I mean.
I think, and I'm just analyzing a guy on the internet. I don't know him personally, obviously. But it seems like he wants a hot wife and he wants friends with hot wives so that Joe Rogan and Dave Portnoy and these other people he wants attention from go, oh, he must be successful. Let's bring him into our crew. Come on to the mothership sometime, Coach.
And he's like, why don't I get these invites?
Yeah. Yeah, Coach HP is jealous of Mutt for sure. That's a funny thing to think about.
Yeah.
How come I'm not going to these horse races?
We need to get Mutt on his show.
I
Mutt,
want to be at the Kentucky Derby.
Mutt, you are the best.
Mutt, you're the greatest broadcaster I've ever heard.
That sweatsuit was trash.
I love the way when you've painted your head like a baseball. I thought that was very regal and dominant.
HP, dude. What do they? What does this guy have? And some people look. That guy has a lot of money. That guy has this. That guy has that. Okay, I can. That guy has a full set of hair. I don't have a full set of hair. But what do I have?
He brings up that a lot too. That like when he's talking about jealousy, he's always like, you know, you might look at someone and say they have a lot of hair. Oh, okay. I wasn't thinking that, but
again, what is the problem?
It's all like a big. That's another thing too with like Gary V, where he uses the person he's talking to as the example. Coach HP uses a metaphorical boogeyman as like, you know, these jealous, bitter types, and then just names things he's thinking about.
Yeah, it's like Jim Gaffigan's person in the crowd bit he does. What he's like.
Right. Yeah.
Coach HP's Jim Gaffigan bit is his actual thoughts.
Oh, I wish I was on the Joe Rogan Experience.
Ask yourself, if you're negative right now, first thing you got to do is, what do you have? What do you bring to the table? I bring to the table a positive attitude everywhere I go.
No, you don't.
And we're gonna talk.
You're literally like so fucking negative. It's disgusting.
It's the fakest thing ever.
I'm not gonna talk to you about. I like talking about cars. I like talking about trips. But I want to talk about, Lee, are you happy?
I like talking about aliens. I like talking about the Epstein files. Just naming Rogan things.
Chimpanzees are super strong.
Lately, I really like talking about AI.
I hunt for elk. That tells you that.
Talk to me. I like talking deep stuff that isn't real.
I would love. I need him to go on Joe Rogan because Rogan would actually eat him up.
Oh yeah.
Like,
that'd be so fun. We'd have to do an 11-hour episode that no one watches that day.
We would watch start to finish until we're done.
Jamie, pull that up.
You're not gonna believe this. Oh, you were at UFC. I didn't realize.
And not everybody's in for a real conversation at a party, at this, that, but that's what I'm about.
Right.
So, vice number one, sit with yourself, man. No bullshit yourself, whatever. Be like, okay. And if you're lying,
see the voice in his head. Don't bullshit yourself.
Quit lying to people about being the most positive man on the internet.
Quit lying to people.
Yourself, just be like, hey, look, I'm a hater, and I'm gonna go through it and be a good hater.
Oh, he must like this show then.
Yeah, we're positively having fun.
That's fun. That's good to know. He's a fan.
This is our last clip.
Is this Mount Rushmore?
It is Mount Rushmore.
This is so interesting. I'm also ashamed of Lee Syatt and his comedy Mount Rushmore. But let's hear who Coach puts on. And there's a little tag at the end that I think you guys are gonna love. And if you, like I said, if you haven't watched, go to our Coach HP playlist and watch at least some of the top videos there because it'll come into play here.
When I talk about the Mount Rushmore,
obviously we're not counting Pauly.
Pauly Shore, Lee Syatt. That's another staple of his. Where whoever he's talking to is the greatest.
You are the greatest.
And Chappelle, I'm gonna put Chappelle up there.
And Chappelle's over too. The Mount Rushmore of comedians doing content, right? Comedian doing content. You have to put Rogan there because he's the king because of the podcast thing. So you have Rogan.
Oh yeah, come on. Joe Rogan wouldn't put Joe Rogan on his Mount Rushmore of stand-ups.
He's the king.
He's the king. He's the king of stand-up comedy.
Yeah, but he's but because of content, like 2021, not in the past. I go Rogan, Schultz, Levon.
Oh my God.
Is there a pattern here at all?
Oh, he is saying it's a Mount Rushmore of comedians who do content.
I don't they all do content?
So I guess it's not. No, I think he means like other than stand up.
I don't know. It's still. It seems to me like what this list should be the Mount Rushmore of podcasts I want to get on.
I deserve a spot.
I go Rogan, Schultz, Theo Vaughn.
Yep.
And then the tiebreaker there, because you go Timmy Dillon or Joey Diaz. That's the
Timmy
who
Dillon.
you gonna bring up the bench with and stuff
Timmy
like that.
Dillon. Timmy Dillon, by the way, is calling Robert De Niro Bob.
Yeah.
That's him being like, I'm one of the guys.
But he also did throw in the Joey Diaz to suck off Lee.
Yep. To be like, and in case your boss sees this, maybe you pass it along to him. Well, let's see. No, there's one. So he cheated a little, and there's 5 names. I can't believe Lee is the one that throws this out there. But let's see if another name comes into play.
Who are you gonna bring off the bench with and stuff like that? You know,
and it's great because they're all great. I mean, even and I'm not. I haven't seen him. I've seen him do a couple sets. But the one person who I don't think gets enough credit is Schaub. Brendan.
right now.
I mean, this is 4 years ago, but even then, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He does so. It's something that because you said
That's
it
it,
earlier
he-
about always going and doing stuff.
He belongs out there, and
Schaub,
I would
yeah.
mimic what they do. 'Cause it-
He belongs up there because I've interviewed him. Oh no, this is at a time. I think this is before he interviewed Brendan. So this is what you're hearing now is Coach HP say, "I'll include him because I'd love to have him on my podcast."
He was extra giddy for Schaub's interview.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Schaub is a guy, especially at the time that he interviewed him. He looked at that as a stepping stone to you know who. Well, I'm one breath away from Joe Rogan.
That is true.
Yeah.
This was pre Gringo Poppy.
No, I think it would have been after that. My timeline's a little fuzzy. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Because Gringo Poppy comes out, Lee's gonna be like, oof.
Yeah, right. That's crazy that Lee threw that name in there. I don't know if he's like fucking around or what, but running Schaub on the Mount Rushmore of comedy.
Well, back then, like Joey Diaz was like super fucking close with him.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put the Warthog on the Mount Rushmore of comedy. He's a good buddy of mine.
That was it.
That was our Coach HP segment for the day. So like, to the 5 of you that enjoy that, I hope you're happy because I am. I will do those segments if no one watches them. I still enjoy them.
We got one super chat. Hammenegger, remember 4 months. The Onion does do a monthly newspaper.
That's so strange that it still exists. But
that is weird.
All right, should we attempt to get through some of this?
It's up to you, sir.
GD Fenderson? No, what the hell? Because you said the reason I wanted to bring this to the table today is you said a few weeks ago when me and Casey covered the beginning of Psychomedy 101. What's the rest of the title?
I have no clue.
Psychomedy 101. The jokes less traveled, I think.
Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah,
yeah. Me and Casey covered a bit of that and ELECTRA. And you said to me, you said, how come I'm never on when we do GD Fenderson? And I said, well, Craig, I'll give you a healthy dose. Don't you worry. So we're going to dive in. I'm surprised the reaction, unlike Coach HP, GD Fenderson has been getting good people are enjoying this, which I'm surprised by.
Is it better than the last one?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're misunderstanding me. People are enjoying our segments.
Oh, okay.
No, they were not dazzled by the first 10 minutes or so.
They weren't watching going, wait, I don't get it.
Yeah, they did not. No, people were just as baffled by GD, but people seem to like studying. He is what does he call himself? A forensic, a comedy forensic. Now with new joke technology.
Yeah, something like that. Oh God, yeah.
It's something. It's comedian something at large, but I'm losing weight. I've seen so many of these videos. You'd think I'd remember it, but. So let's dive in. We left off. Do you know how far in we got? I'm going to guess like 10 or 15 minutes.
I believe there is like a 5-second recap at the beginning of this video.
Good. Okay.
This coming out of a joke about a couple, GD and his wife, not Penny, who were in an open relationship, and GD's wife was not a fan.
Right, of course, yes. Another guy named a guy with the same name or something. They have the same last name.
Yeah,
I don't know. What's happening?
Carol, Sophia, and myself were hanging out. We've divorced ourselves from Billy. So now I'm the lone.
I gotta be honest. So far, he's crushing way more than the last one.
Oh, the crowd is hot. That's what we talked about that last time. The crowd is piping hot. I don't know if it's all his friends and family and coworkers. And that's not even a dig at him. He's like, you know, he was like 6 months into he's not a known comedian. So I don't know how you would get this many people in that crowd, but it sounds good.
I'm the third wheel. And Sophia says, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to meet anybody else again. I don't know. I don't know. So Carol, being Carol, says, tries to build up her spirits and go, what are you talking about, girl? You're attractive, you're smart, you have a good job, you know, you're nice, you'll find somebody else. Any man would be great to have you. And she's like, Glenn, you date her, right?
Okay. But he's crushing without even telling a joke. Like, that's just the setup.
He always does this thing where he is like talking, like he's like making it up as he's going.
I know, he seems very well. He's so natural. That's just the natural feel that he brings.
That's true.
I don't know what the right answer is, but I know what all the wrong answers are. And that would be anything I say out my mouth.
True that, brother.
I could say, yeah, sure, I date her. Then her response would be like, well, how long have you been thinking about that? Well, I could say, no, I wouldn't date her. And Carol would say, why are you so cruel? You can't say yes just to make it
so
better.
true. Bitches be trapping us. I am so with you, my man. This is. I'll say this. It just feels like dated. Like it's been done like in 2018 or whatever this is. It's a little hack, but like Sinbad in the 90s is crushing with this material. You know what I mean? Like this, it feels like old Sinbad or something. It's not terrible so far.
Or I could be cute. I could be a comedian and say, oh, sure. Maybe before the breast reduction. Okay. Again.
Have you guys talked about his microphone?
In what way?
It looks like a thin 1990s telemarketer microphone that has Scotch tape stuck to the side of his head.
To the side of his head?
Yeah. Am I crazy? Is that not his mic here?
I
know you can't see it, but everyone watching.
No need to take shots at me.
No, I know, but I realize
I'm not
people,
gonna
just ask them, no, I'm saying that because people are like, you just asked a blind guy, do you see this?
You don't have to attack me like my child just passed away.
I think it's funny. See, and I understand why she got a breast reduction. I understand. See, my mom was big chested. My mother was well endowed. She was a 36 double G.
Interesting.
Why do you know that?
I don't know what size he was. I can't speak for him because he was always wearing those loose-fitting clothes. And that could be why he was dressed like that, because he was ashamed of his man tits, 36 double G. You can't be a messiah and be that buff.
Casey never told Mike that was our microphone secret. Oh my God, the mic is all I see now.
I gotta say this, he's feeling it right now.
Yeah.
Like he's killing, he's confident.
This is not the same guy.
No, this is he's hit his groove right here.
You know, unless you're going to feed the masses. Maybe that's how he did it. I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. I see. That's how I went over last time, too. I just thought, okay, thank you. My mother was
I just said he was killing. It's always good to stop that momentum. Grind it to a complete silence.
Yes. Back then, well endowed was a punishment because bras were made out of, I think, iron. They were all pointed like they were missiles. And my mother could not leave the house.
I don't really get that. I personally find it funny. These are some like real laughs he's getting.
Yeah, he's actually doing well, unless it's sweetened, but doesn't sound
No,
like
it
it.
doesn't sound like it is. That sounds like a real audience. These are not Matarese clips.
No, this is no Jerry Hill.
Because bras were made out of, I think, iron. They were all pointed like they were missiles. And my mother could not leave the house without notifying NORAD so that they could notify the military that there were not warheads walking down the streets of Baltimore. I mean, I used to listen to my mother all the time complain about how the straps were digging into her shoulders and how her posture was being affected. I understand all that. So I know why a woman who is amply endowed would want to get a reduction. I get why. I don't get when. Okay, eventually, sure, they would have become knee pads. I got it, I understand. But she had a good 4 or 5 years of motorboating left in her.
What is this?
So it was like,
Huh?
Is he talking about his mother?
He's talking about his mother.
Good 4 or 5 years of motorboating left. Good lord.
That's it's a little weird.
Interesting.
Strike.
Hey, but who are we to judge? The crowd's loving it.
They certainly are. It's distracting how much they're loving it.
That could have saved their marriage. I don't know. Because when I never talked, I was like, oh, Billy. Billy and I never talked about that kind of stuff.
What the fuck was that?
Okay.
I don't know.
Did he fuck up?
I don't. Here to go.
I went back. Let's see.
All right.
Sure, they would have become knee pads. I got it. I understand. But she had a good 4 or 5 years of motorboating left in her. I'm just saying. So it was like a preemptive strike that could have saved their marriage. I don't know. Because when I never talked, I was like,
oh, he bleeped out the name. He said the real name by mistake, I think. And then a big oops just popped up on the screen. Now his hands are in his face is in his hands, and he's like, whoops.
Sad there's no subtitles on this one.
I know. That was the best part of the last one.
It really was. He stumbled into the most innovative thing in comedy, and he abandoned it.
Billy and I never talked about that kind of stuff. Okay. So I get it.
All right, we've had a lot of fun, but let's wind down now.
But now my brother and I are separated. We're divorced. I'm divorced with him. And it's kind of rough. But anyway, that's where I'm at. That's where it is. That's where I'm right now.
Huh?
And the thing is, it made Carol a little bit suspicious of me. So it's like I can't go anywhere, do anything without her wondering, what is he doing now? Because Billy started cheating on the internet. So it's like, are you going into, where are you going? I'm going to the bathroom. By yourself? Yeah, by myself. You taking your phone? Yeah, I'm taking my phone. Why are you taking your phone to the bathroom? I said, because when I'm sitting on the toilet, I like to play solitaire. By yourself? Yeah, I play solitaire by myself. That's.
What's he going for?
So Billy, his friend, cheated on his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And now his wife is suspicious of him. Where we left off, he gave all these examples already, where he's like, oh, she's really suspicious of me. Now he's like recapping that. I think he got laughs. Like this was crushing. So he's like, I better just keep going with this.
I better do it again.
He's basically repeating the same concept.
Solitaire. Where you going? Going to the basement. What are you going to do in the basement? I'm going to be hanging the blinds that we just bought. You want me to come downstairs to help you? Sure, you can come down and get in my way if you want, which I never said.
It feels too much like a literal conversation that happened now.
I know.
Like he's literally recapping. I'm just going down to the basement, hang some blinds. Oh, do you need any help with that? No, I think I should be good. Okay, well, check on the water heater down there. It's been making a weird sound, and I want to know if we should call someone. I told you already, we don't need, the water heater's fine. It's going to make that sound from time to time. It's not that big a deal. It doesn't happen when we're trying to sleep. I've told you about the water heater. You always give me attitude when I ask you, and then it ends up costing us a fortune.
But I can't go anywhere. I can't leave the house without her wondering, where am I going? Without me telling her first. It's like, okay, I want to go to the store, but I can't just go to the store. If I go to the store, I have to take the cat and the kid because that way she knows I'm not stopping somewhere and I'm going to come right back. The problem is we don't have a kid. I have to go next door.
I hate his misdirects.
They're terrible.
Like they're so forced. Like at the beginning, when we started this,
He's like, Anthony Jeselnik is God.
when we started, the first misdirect was so I'm talking to my wife, and Penny says to me, blah blah blah, and my wife's not even named Penny; it's Carol. I was like, well, you said your wife. Why is that a misdirect? It's like he's the one. He's like, yeah. So we take our son to the store, and we don't even have a son. It's like, okay, but you said you did. We don't know you. So it's
Has he been doing it this whole time?
Yeah,
that's hilarious. He just watched Caligula.
Yeah, he just likes twists.
Hey, Keith, Kathy, can I borrow one of your kids? It doesn't matter what you want, the girl, the boy, doesn't matter. I just want to borrow one of your kids. I'm sorry. Didn't know.
Your physical thing. What did he do there?
He just put his hands up. That was it.
I don't get it.
I don't either. This is why we need the subtitles.
Yeah, this is in desperate need of subtitles, I think. GD, get back to the drawing board.
That's why we had to move from the last neighborhood.
Child molester.
I get it.
There are these forced scenarios where he's just randomly like, hey, can I borrow your kid? What? I'm not a child molester. It's like, no, we all know that. You did this.
The sweet science of implied jokes are just over this man's head.
This is, again, here we go again. Side note, don't improvise, but I'm going to do it anyway. When my wife and I moved into the neighborhood, we were very careful about picking a good neighborhood. We wanted to raise our cats in a good neighborhood. We didn't want them around a bunch of riffraff.
That's got to be, it's got to be his friends. Why is that getting a laugh?
That was not even like a chuckle. That was like a laugh.
We want to raise our cats in a good name. Oh yeah, it's like Def Jam in there.
Because he said he doesn't have kids. Is that it? I don't fucking know.
You want to raise our cat? I mean, I get the idea. Yes, he's saying cats instead of kids. I don't know why it gets such an uproarious reaction.
Beautiful neighborhood, and the neighbors it was like an autumn day, and the neighbors out, and they're all sharing and talking to each other, and we see that's good. The only problem is you see them all getting along, and you move in, you wonder, are we going to be the asshole neighbors? Everybody else going to be like, the neighbor was really good.
The other people in the crowd like, is he? I think he's going to be.
If the sound quality wasn't so poor, like it doesn't sound sweetened because how you wouldn't be able to muffle it like that.
True.
But I would say otherwise, it would be like Pete Gurgio level bad because the laughs are at the wrong time. It sounds like.
I miss that man. Where's he been?
I know. I'm sure. I wonder if he's still posting. I'm sure he is, but I haven't checked in a while. I do think I can't take credit for this because I learned about Pete Gurgio from The Bonfire,
and
Dan Soder's talked about him on a couple other podcasts. I think Pete Gurgio was scared off though because he started posting more realistic clips.
He's not in his living room anymore.
No.
They moved in. And I didn't want us to be that named. I was afraid about that, but we're not. We're not the asshole neighbors because we don't talk to anybody. So they don't know we're assholes. I'm not talking to them. So I didn't mean to go there because I
didn't mean to go there.
I didn't mean to offend all of you. You might be right that he's making it up on the fly.
That's what it seems like. The energy he's given.
I didn't mean to go there.
But then again, he's currently looking at the table like he's looking at notes.
Oh, that's good for your special.
But
that's 100% what he just did, actually.
What was that noise? Let me hear that again.
Everybody else was like, the neighbor was really good until they moved in. And I didn't want us to be that named. I was afraid about that, but we're not. We're not the asshole neighbors because we don't talk to anybody. So they don't know we're assholes. I'm not talking to them. So I didn't mean to go there because I.
All right. So now I didn't mean to go there. looks down at the notepad. And this is really awesome.
Okay.
But
What is that noise?
I was like,
Is that a throat clear?
it seemed that way, yeah.
I
It's like he's clearing his throat while laughing to himself.
just had to vomit in my mouth. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
she's gotten a little bit suspicious. She thinks I have secrets. And I don't have secrets from my wife. I really don't. The only thing she needs to worry about is that she's the only person I'm sleeping with. You know, I'm doing the best I can when I do that.
Ooh, this is gonna be a cat fucking joke.
Oh no! Would he go there?
He's the only person I'm sleeping with.
He loves those cats, but you're right that it does feel like where it's leading.
She's the only person I'm sleeping with. You know, I'm doing the best I can when I do that. I'm doing the best I can. But I don't have any secrets from her. I have things I don't tell her. They're different.
Someone, one particular laugh is loving this.
It's got to be like 20 family members, and they're like, "I know who he's talking about."
It's got to be right because some of these, even like when he says like, "Oh, we're the asshole neighbors," it's getting a laugh like you're at dinner with these people. Like,
Right.
I know what he means. That's good stuff, GD.
But it's something you will carry to your grave. You don't want anybody to know. You know, like that I used to go to my neighbor's house to try to borrow his kids. That would be like a secret that you don't want anybody else to know. Stuff I don't tell her is stuff I don't care if she finds out. Like I accidentally kissed my best friend on the mouth and we giggled like girls, okay? It's not a secret. It's just that I don't go around telling her, yeah, Doug and I kissed once. It was no big deal. It was an accident.
You see what I mean? Some of this stuff feels like too real, but not in the form of a joke.
He's like one of those people that are like, "Well, that really happened. I'm not going to sweeten it up at all. I'm just going to say what happened."
He's like, hey, that's a funny incident. I just got to throw it out there and let it do the work. Let the crowd do the work.
We thought it was funny. Nothing more. So, but we don't talk about that. And it's not because I'm ashamed or it's a secret. It's just that I don't feel like answering questions about how it happened. So y'all went skinny dipping together. Well, yeah, we used to go skinny dipping all the time. That's what guys did when they got drunk. They took off their clothes and went skinny dipping. It's nothing unusual about that.
I think he's one of these classic guys that thinks it's funny to be gay. Like, oh my God, could you imagine if I fucked a guy? How crazy that would be.
All guys do that, get drunk, take off their clothes and go swimming together. It's normal. Like I said, it's no secret. I'm just not telling her. So if my friends come over and tell her, that's fine. I don't care. I'm like, tell her. Show her. Get up the video. I don't care. I'm just not telling her.
Looks at his notes again.
Now,
which might be smart. Maybe that's a good tag. This is significantly better than the last one so far.
Keeps him on track.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's a good thing he has those notes.
A little bit disheartened over the fact that we met so late in life, because we could have had more years together, and we don't. We met. Oh, let's put it this way.
I'm dying soon. Like, what's he?
I'm here to announce that I have Lou Gehrig's disease.
And he goes like, "Funny thing about Lou Gehrig," just some random story about his doctor.
It'd be great if this just turned into a series like Jim Valvano speech. Don't give up.
When we met, I was in my 40s, and my best love-making years were behind me. Okay, my best love-making years were in my 20s and 30s. That's when the knowledge.
It's very like he's not doing poorly. I'm not saying this is even terrible, but the reaction to that does not match what he said. Where he's like, "My best love-making years are behind me."
Here's a theory.
Funny idea. Yeah, go ahead.
These are people he knows. They
Mm-hmm.
like laughing. They're not plugged into comedy enough to go, "That's some hack shit."
Right. It's a group of friends and coworkers and family, and this is their one night out of the week, and it's the only comedy show they've ever seen.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And the skill all kicked in together. And the problem is, I didn't know her then, and the women that I knew back then are not part of my life anymore, so they can't vouch for how good I was. You know, they can't say,
That
"Oh,
would be
he's
so
great."
strange.
No.
The Warthog's getting a lot of plugs today. I can't imagine going to like a stand-up club or something and sitting there and watching the Warthog do comedy for an hour and a half.
It would be awesome, actually.
It would be. I want to very badly. I just couldn't imagine it as all.
And even if they could, my wife said, "Not good that does me." I don't need to know how great he was. 10 years
Warthog prowling the stage in a leather jacket. Y'all seen this shit?
He just becomes Warthog no breaks.
So I'm a little disappointed that we met that late in life, because if I could, I would take all of that good sex back from them and give it to her. I would, because they're gone. They're out of my life, but she's in my life, and I think she deserves the best parts of me, which happened back then.
These are just I'll give him this. It's not we tore apart the last special. This that we're watching right now is not that.
No.
But it is just a collection of thoughts, not jokes necessarily.
Correct.
Like, I just wish I had more time with my wife is essentially the concept here. It's a nice thought, but it's not, there are no jokes.
Yeah, she's listening. She's like, "That's a nice thought, but you're also talking about fucking other people."
Yeah.
But no, I'm not saying that I'm a slouch. I still have some potential. I'm like a wooden roller coaster. Okay, I can still give you a thrill. I just need a little assist from gravity. So you just have to be patient with me. Click, 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 click.
He's now sitting in a metal chair, pantomiming being on a roller coaster.
Like he's Cosby. He's sitting down.
Yep.
Click, click.
GD himself.
Click, 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 click. Oh! Yeah, baby. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Left. No, you're left. Oh, fell out.
What is this?
Oh, here we go, baby. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Woo. Oh.
What is he doing? Is this him reenacting sex, or what is the premise here?
Yep. He is making it sex, but it's a roller coaster. It's truly terrible.
Why is it a roller coaster?
It's a wooden roller coaster.
Huh.
Don't you see?
Because his dick is the wood?
I think because it's old.
Okay. But
we could really use some notes, GD.
I know. Bring the subtitles back, man.
That was the best.
Whew. What a ride. Whew. We got to do that again next week.
What? I don't get the laughter. Because they only have sex once a week? Is that the joke?
Because they all know his wife.
Damn it. That's what it's going to keep coming back to, isn't it? That is so Carol. That would be brilliant if someone like Maria Bamford or someone like that, someone who's a little quirky, did an entire special of inside jokes.
That would actually be funny, though.
Executed well, that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Side note, I hate to disappoint you. I don't do dick jokes. I don't do dick jokes. I do penis commentary with the humorous bent, usually to the left.
See, now we're speaking the last special's language.
Now we're getting some good dick jokes in, GD. Now we're more in our lane.
Checks notes.
And I say that because my wife and I, we met in our later years. We had both been married. We had both had,
You got to keep your wife off the pole.
wants different sexual partners because I know she at least one because she has a kid, okay? But what we did before we got married, that's no big deal. It's nobody's business. So I don't care if she slept with one man or 100 men before we met. I don't care. It's none of my business. The only thing that I wonder about is if you laid the penises end to end, how long would it be? And how many of mine in there?
Look at that.
He is fucking at the Apollo.
It's not even really like a joke. It's kind of an offbeat thought, I guess, where it's like, hey, if you laid the dicks end to end, how long would it be? Which it doesn't really even mean like that's true of any. Oh yeah, I guess that's an interesting thought experiment. But it is. You're right. It's showtime at the Apollo.
Without a remainder, so I can have a nice whole number. And she doesn't need to know how many women I've been with because you can't. Well, first of all, you can't lay vaginas end to end. They're more like cups. So it's like volume. You know, volume, like which is the slogan of any good marketing strategy. Volume. Now,
Checks notes.
So now I admit I'm getting a little older.
What I'd really love, instead of watching this, is to read that notepad.
I know.
Like for example, he checked the notes before that joke. What does it say? Like cock measurements?
I was gonna say pussy volume.
I would love to read that notepad.
And the one thing about my plumbing is like when I was younger, I was like municipal water, you know, a nice strong stream, and you could spray it anywhere you want it. Didn't matter. There was more where that came from. And I got a little older, in my 40s and 50s, and I was like well water. I can still get you wet.
Well water is not bad. I got news for you, pal.
It's just not as good.
Huh?
Nothing. Doesn't matter.
Well, water's nice and crisp, clean.
It is, yeah.
Much pressure. Now I'm a lot older, and I'm like fetching water with a bucket from the river. I can fill your tub.
We're still doing this.
Take a few trips.
You know how hard he comes?
I think so.
I feel like the analogy doesn't quite fit.
It sounds more like it would make more sense with like a piss stream strength joke rather than a cum strength.
Yeah, it's more like a fun conversation that he's having with his friends in the audience. It's not really. There's no like punchlines.
HACKRIDE's been talking him up in the chat. Like, oh, that was funny. That was funny. He goes, okay, a laugh for municipal water, fishy.
Well, here's the thing. He's even without this audience, I don't think he's bombing. Like, this is a much better set than his first special.
Yeah. Well, the first one we watched, I don't know if that was his first.
The first one we watched is his first. This is his third. I fucked up the order.
Oh, we gotta go the second.
I know.
We gotta see what gets us from that to this.
Yeah, we gotta watch this and then see what was in the middle, the growing process. We'll wrap up soon. I think we're coming to an end.
There is 20 minutes left
of the whole thing.
Yeah.
No, that can't be right.
Sorry, 15.
No,
I'm looking at it.
The special's an hour and a half.
How long have you done so far?
10 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he just gave me this chunk and said, don't go
That would be my guess. Yeah, yeah. How long have we done? How much of it have we done?
12 minutes and 45 seconds.
Okay, yeah. So we'll wrap up. The next logical conclusion, we'll wrap up here.
Now,
checks notes.
Something unusual happened to me the other day, a couple weeks ago, as a matter of fact. And I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, something unusual happened to me.
I don't think that was on purpose. We'll see. I'm going to call my shot here. I think he actually fucked up the entire joke. Let's find out.
There was a woman of whiteness that approached me, and she wanted to touch my hair.
They don't like that.
Whoa, we got a subtitle.
Those people. Oh, what is it?
It just says, oh no, exclamation mark.
Is he gonna start doing like Batman? Like bam, kapow!
Holy shit! Do they start coming back?
I don't know. Oh no, that's funny.
Wait, said a white woman wanted to touch my hair, and that says "Oh no" on the screen.
It's way more strange to do it like this, but maybe he thinks like the GD Fenders are out there, and they're like, we need a little subtitle, and he gives him a little taste, you know?
Yeah.
Your show and your first instinct is I want to touch your hair. I mean, obviously, it's like, and you're all going to want to do it. And it's okay. I'll stand out there and I'll take pictures while you're touching my hair. It's fine. I'm used to it now. I used to be a stripper. I'm used to it. So
I'll take pictures with you.
He says that a lot. I used to be a stripper. I can't tell if it's a joke he goes to or if it's true because he says it often.
It might be true.
And she says, "Can I touch your hair?" I say, "Sure." And she's looking at my hair and she's like, "Wow." And then she looked at my skin and goes, "Oh my goodness." She says, "How old are you?" I said, "Well, I was born in 1959. You can do the math. If you can, I'm 42. And she says, with all sincerity, "Black doesn't crack." I said, "You're right. It doesn't. But my bones are white. Those motherfuckers are cracking all the time." I said, as a matter of fact, if you listen right now, you can hear those little crackers going, especially in my right ear. You can hear them.
What just happened?
He said black don't crack because his skin's nice, but his bones are white.
Yeah. So what?
His bones be cracking.
Why are we having a meltdown? Like the audience is like, stop it. Stop.
Because they're so close, they know his medical history.
You're killing me. Not the whole I fear the rest of us watching this is going to be reacting to the audience rather than him.
I come in and ruin this.
Yeah, you wanted that. You demanded this.
Let me talk about this.
And the only reason why it was unusual because it happened a couple of weeks ago, and usually it happens in February when everybody has permission to touch white people's hair.
Okay. Do you want to continue?
Is he checking his notes again?
Yes.
Let's leave it there, I guess.
Okay.
This has been underwhelming. It makes me want. I think we're going to take a long break from GD. So buckle up, kids. I'm sorry.
We got some super chats.
Okay. Let's read them and get the hell out of here. Huh?
Brando, $2. Would you rather listen to GD or Gringo Poppy for the rest of your life?
Well, so GD has 6 specials.
I was going to say GD on the whole, definitely.
So, just for variety's sake, I'd go insane. Gringo Poppy's only like 25 minutes long.
Yeah, but it's like watching.
I'd lose my mind at a certain point.
It's like watching The Godfather, though. Every time you watch it, you find something new.
True. That's true.
I Come Buckets, $5. Shout out Craig for being my niece's favorite t-ball coach. He massages her feet after every practice to help her recover.
Oh.
The kisses seem excessive.
That's very nice. Live children Craig loves. It's just the dead he tries to haunt.
Again, not what I said. I miss you, Jimmy. $2. GD really proves the power of confidence.
Yeah, he's got swagger. He's got a swagger to him, and it's paying off.
And lastly, Roxor to Coxor, $2. Who's funnier, Dread Grandpa or Tom Myers?
GD.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Myers, I think, by a mile.
Not even close.
Yeah. Tom Myers. Now, if you gave me Tom Myers specials or Gringo Poppy, I'm choosing Tom Myers every time. All right. I guess that's it, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Our 3 weeks of Craig is over.
Yeah.
What a run it's been.
Yep.
We'll
It's
miss
been
you.
a great run. It's like the old days.
Yeah. You grace us with your presence, come in and say shockingly offensive things.
I was asking for the law.
Just make statements that'll keep me up at night thinking about.
I was asking for the law.
But it's good to have you. Go check out verygoodshow.org. If you're missing Craig over the next week or so, and you say, man, I wish he was on next week, go to verygoodshow.org. Watch his cooking show. Watch old episodes of Very Good Show. All the good stuff.
Sure. If you think that's bad, it's like classic Family Guy thing. You think that's bad?
Oh, imagine. Go, guys. Here's your homework for the next time Craig returns. See what equally offensive things you can find on old Very Good Show episodes.
You won't find them.
What else? HackRideStudios.com. Go support Casey.
Oh, no, it is .com. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yes, that's my fault. I was trying to find the
trying to sabotage.
No, I'm trying to find the overlay. Where the fuck is it?
Well, whatever. HackRideStudios.com is the point.
There
Man's
it
been hard at work. Even the guy takes weeks off. He's hard at work still. It's crazy.
That's right.
So go support him. Support the backbone of this show, Craig and KC and Electra. And if you want to support blindmike.net, that's where all our links are. Why Are You Laughing? The new Jim Norton episode is up for members now. You'll probably get that. Members probably got it a week early. I think I'll end up putting that out, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And I think I'll put the Joke World interview out this week. Kind of a Why Are You Laughing episode, but we'll,
just put it out there.
Yeah. What else? Oh, BTH tomorrow. Want to watch me and Tukey and Cardiff, the boys, hang?
That's
BTH
right.
tomorrow night. And that's it. Bye, everybody.
And we have a mean transition.
Hey, it's Boogie. Step through the way, everyone up.
Now, this is very interesting. Now, really, ladies, if you're listening, and men, and everybody in between.
If I tell you you've got a homicide, buddy, you've got a homicide.
I hope to hear from you soon.
I am proud to own the Trumpy Bear, and I will always be proud to be an American.
Put it in the outro. Until then, have yourself a great day, and as always,
There's no cum on my mic.
rock on.
Stop the baloney, huh? What kind of statement is that?
I wrote it.
One of my favorite players to cover when he was here was Mike Vrabel. Tell me Mike Vrabel's story.
Whatever, dude. I keep it cool at the gym.
Piss on him. Stop, my belly hurts.
My dad was in the military.
Can you please kindly F off, please? If a person is on a bridge threatening to jump, how do we know that he wants help?
Okay, I hope nothing bad happened.
Money. Fuck, please.
Anyway, God bless America.
Put it in the outro.